we're only at like 23% because it's not running through Elgato. So even though it's running at like ultra settings or whatever.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, that's my phone letting me know I'm streaming, which is a fun fact because I know for sure that I am.
Okay.
Hello, the internet.
Hello, the internet.
Why is it still Mr. Cups?
Dink, dink.
It'll go away if you like close it and then come back. Because right now you're watching him.
No.
Or maybe it's on the delay. I don't know.
Maybe.
I am live though.
Yeah, it might take like 3 minutes for
City
us
of
to...
Mist.
That long ass
that's
title,
us.
and it should say we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, even though we're not.
We
Hi, guys.
are all moving.
We
Hello,
should be
internet.
moving.
We are all moving.
That's what
all
people
of
do.
us.
Neat.
Good.
Good.
Just like people.
Just like people do.
Hi, you probably noticed that Jeff and Susie aren't 3 people and that I'm 2. That's because Maddie has moved over like 2 inches, and that's pretty neat how Susie's arm does that through the panel. That was not intentional.
Do it.
Magic.
Do it again.
Look at that.
Neat.
Look at that.
Only got a slight elbow
It's
weirdness.
got a rub.
Other than that, totally fine.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ruining the magic, but half of us are in the same room. That's good.
How far do you have to reach to get into Nathan's screen?
Oh, quite far.
Some
Real
hundreds of
far.
miles.
Too many miles.
Too creepy for you.
That's real magic. I'm
Nathan's
not there
gotta
yet.
like put his arm coming through it like it's Susan's.
The other
Get
unfortunate
fingering.
thing that you may or may not have noticed is that today Susie and Jeff are tethered, and Maddie and I are tethered, and that's because half all of us forgot our microphones. So if we've got any...
And also our headphones.
That's what I meant. We've got the microphones.
Luckily, I have haunted microphones.
So
Headphones.
Jeff found headphones.
My mom found.
Jeff's mom found in a haunted forest.
My mom, while she was walking her dog.
Deep in the deep
Yeah.
darkness of Brentwood.
Yeah, the
Clark's
Brentwood
fault.
Forest. She discovered some headphones
Joe
and a
laughed. Thank you,
tiny
Joe.
speaker.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
the speaker
And
too.
it's a great speaker. I
Speaker
use it
sounds.
all the time. It's
Great
waterproof and
haunted
it
speaker.
floats, and
Yep.
it's a great Bluetooth speaker. It puts out good sound. Why does it
Was
take
that
10
one situation
years?
or like separate times?
No,
that
they
I
were
believe
she
it was at the
found
same
it?
time.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That
Fell off the
that-
back of the same truck, I assume.
In the forest.
You
They murdered him with headphones and a speaker still in the box.
Jeff's mom probably murdered someone for their headphones and
I don't
speaker.
think.
probably
I don't
not
think
true.
she would do that. Jeff's mom is very nice.
This is the same woods
she wants
where
you to think. No, she's a great
this
person.
where
cover.
we found the man who was fishing for snakes
Nope.
with
Nope. No.
chicken bone on a fishing line.
No.
Hey.
What?
There's a man next to the creek with a fishing rod.
Trying
and
to
on
pull
the
snakes out of the creek?
end
with,
of the fishing rod was a chicken bone.
Was there a hook?
I assume it was
Attached to the chicken.
I don't think he just tied it on.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Why does it take 10 years?
we're playing Virginia.
We are not playing Virginia,
brownie.
for Christ's sakes.
Two
Let me-
brownies.
Why did it start that?
What?
Grab them, please.
Does it still think we're playing Virginia? I'll
don't
fix
know.
that before I leap
Jeez
into this.
Louise.
No, I think we're playing the right thing. I think mine just jumped to Virginia for some reason. I didn't move anything. Anyway,
No, I know you didn't, but let me...
now that you know the story of these great headphones that are probably haunting Alex and Maddie right now.
As we speak, yeah, from my perspective, I'm doing my best
Why do you suppose the checkout button is red?
to
Is it
warn
not
you
high
of the
enough?
dangers of
The
checking
minimum
out.
is 10. So I did that thing.
Is it too late?
It better not be. It should tell me if it was.
It won't hit. It won't go.
It won't.
I'm just gonna call.
Smart.
Seems wise.
I'm super
I'll take
done
your
with
headphones.
this.
Soon you'll have all the sound for yourself,
That's right.
hoarding the
All
noises.
for me.
but,
No fuss.
but yeah,
Fuck you, Eat Street.
when last we left off, you guys were investigating the murder of one Judge Pierce Irving.
It's true.
You had
He
talked
died
with a
in,
ghost.
City Hall.
He died in the city hall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of hanging, apparently.
Mm-hmm. What all do you guys remember? Because I think I know most of the facts, but
That makes
if you
sense.
guys tell me what you remember,
I remember
that'll
chatting
go
with
better.
that ghost. So
Susan sort of chatted with Irving's ghost.
Uh-huh.
Irving's ghost said that it wasn't a suicide, in not so many words.
Just like a ghost would say.
And we also talked with his secretary.
Yes.
Office assistant,
Jackie.
Jackie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are good.
Yeah. We heard, Sarah Summers,
Oh,
Corinne
yeah, who Corinne shut down.
shut down Sarah Summers
It was
on
pretty
live
badass.
TV.
On live television.
That's great. Probably ended her career right there.
It did not. Spoilers.
Oh, okay.
She's going to come back. I spent too much time thinking of how much fun she would be.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else we got? We heard weird music. Did
Pierce
we?
Irving heard singing.
Oh, pardon me. Behind his
Yes.
bookcase, yeah.
Which you guys had decided to explore
Right.
without any
After-
preparation.
No, well, they ate sandwiches.
Oh yeah, you
Everybody
guys did
ate
eat sandwiches and you guys hashed out your powers, which
Yeah.
is important recitation of fact.
Yep. So everybody's on the same page as to what everybody's abilities are and whatnot. And then we decided to walk into a tunnel, because of course.
Yeah, there was a tunnel.
Oh, that's right, because you tuned out as soon as she started crying.
Oh, that's right.
Physically
What
walked
did you
away.
say, Susan? Yes.
Susie has left us to get food. So,
Fair.
fortunately for all of our longtime viewers
Fat
and
Man
fans, Fat Man Leg, electric skateboard,
Fat Man Leg.
we will have eating on stream. Worry not.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
A meal for every episode.
So yeah. What's up?
Mine just keeps jumping to ads and stuff.
Oh. Well, hopefully it stops.
Me too.
So I guess we'll go ahead and we will pick up, and I will vamp for a couple of seconds to give Susie an opportunity to finish a phone call. No pressure, no rush. We'll pick up right before we get to the thing, the tunnels.
The tunnels. Sounds good.
Nice.
Say something in Professor Alexa's chat room. Hello, chat. Nice.
Is that beer called Wango Tango?
It is.
That's
It's a
brilliant.
tangerine IPA.
So?
Today's episode brought to you in part by O'Fallon Brewery. What's up, Allison?
And Uinta.
Yes?
Floppy disk.
I think that man was high.
Nice.
They would have given you a copy of it on disc, so it'd be on like a CD plus R.
Are they just gonna get one of the restaurant workers to run it to you?
I mean,
well, he said
if you'd like to take a minute, feel free
Ugh.
to look at it.
they do deliver, but he was saying it might be like an hour and a half because it's 25 minutes till they close, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. Sorry. Anyway.
Did you have a... what's up?
CDR.
Okay. Well, rally ho ho! They've the team, which is Allyson and the boys. They were looking at
And Susan.
about 100 feet of the tunnel already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Susan, right?
Susan?
Corinne?
And Corinne.
Corinne.
Sorry.
No,
said
you
Allyson
were
and
you
the
were at
boys.
sandwiches. Alice, just Alice.
Oh, Alice and the... Okay.
No, you guys are real people too.
Yeah.
But Alice is imaginary.
Right.
Alice and the boys. Alice and the boys.
Alice.
Alice and the boys.
And, okay.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
with
happened.
you. Okay.
So you guys get about 100 feet down.
Which
I
is-
think you all had flashlights.
100 feet down or 100 feet in?
Pardon me, 100 feet in, which
Which
is a
is 30
combination
feet
of down and towards. So
Right.
yeah,
Judging by the steepness of the grade from last time.
yes.
We did have flashlights. Alice gave
You
us
do
a
have
duffel bag full of
flashlights.
flashlights.
So you guys are plenty well equipped. So you've made it as far as they have. Do you keep on pressing on? You can't really see on account of the darkness. There's nothing in there so far. I guess it's maybe like 8 feet tall, the tunnels, and
Spacious.
Long enough that you could comfortably fit maybe like a person putting their arms out, like T-posing down the hallway, and a little bit extra. Yeah, exactly like that. Thank you, Allyson.
Just walking down the hallways with your arms outstretched.
Flying. Trying to fly.
So I guess as you guys keep walking, let me refer to my documents. Which I keep back here.
We encounter a mimic.
No.
We encounter skeletons.
No skeletons.
We encounter goblins.
Or beast.
Okay.
Ooh. What's the not wargs? What's the
Seer or whatever
what are the
thing.
wolf people?
Oh.
Werewolves.
What's Nathan
Werewolves.
saying?
You're thinking of
Maybe.
werewolves, Jeff.
What's Nathan saying? Whoa, no, what's the thing?
Bugbears?
Isn't it? Yeah, not bugbears. What are the... I'll think of it.
Not a warg?
No.
But a wolf person?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh!
Yeah. Not Draugr,
Nathan, think
but
more like
we've
hyenas.
fought them all the time. Yeah. Hyena people.
Gnolls.
Yes, of course, gnolls. Hyenas and wolves are very close.
They're like second cousins.
Right.
Very
close.
So you guys make it. The tunnel is reasonably straightforward. It's obviously not
Well
like
slanted down.
I'm not going to say professionally made. It seems stable. You
Good.
guys aren't worried about collapse.
Good.
But it's you're walking down.
Anyone running around with gas masks and ice picks?
No gas masks or ice picks.
What about ski
as of yet.
masks or hockey masks?
No hockey masks. No
No?
ski masks either.
Okay.
And so you make a turn, which I saw the direction of and then immediately forgot.
Left
it would
or
be
right?
there starts to be a bend in the tunnel, some ways in. Right as you get to the bend, you
Which way
see
does it bend?
the bend goes left.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've been going straight,
Right.
and then it'll go left.
Right.
Right. At the bend, though, because you can't pass through,
Sure.
is a giant metal gate. It is very sturdy.
What's it look like? Do I have to investigate it? Does it look like a gate?
I mean, if you shine your lights on it, it does appear to be a gate,
Okay.
but like a very structurally sound gate.
Is it locked?
It is locked, the gate. It's got a giant door, not a giant door. It's got a door that takes up the majority of the gate, steel reinforced.
Oh, dang.
Where the doorknob would be, there is a simple padlock that is, imagine if you will, a metal box with a padlock keeping the box shut.
Sure.
Yes,
Okay.
that is the case.
And Owen. Or wait, no, yeah.
I came from home and I wasn't told anything about this because you all told me you were getting sandwiches.
All right.
So I don't think
That
I have
wasn't
anything
untrue.
on me. Someone got murdered. No one said. We're out for sandwiches.
Owen picks locks.
Owen picks locks if he has things to pick the locks
This
with.
one's reasonably simple if you wanted to try and pick it with what you got on hand.
My hands.
Does anyone have a bobby pin?
Yo.
Nice. I'll try it
How would you try it, Jeff?
by breaking the will of the game. No, what's the thing?
Trying to
Facing danger. I'm going to convince
go
the
toe
lock
to
to open.
You could sneak around the lock.
Investigate the... I could...
You could go toe to toe with the
You
lock.
could
Is
try
it
to go toe to
toe-to-toe?
toe with the lock. You
Is
could
it still
change
toe to
the
toe
game.
if the lock has no
Is-
toes?
Right? That's right. Convince and go toe to toe with sound both equally appropriate. What is the right answer?
Hit it with all you've got.
Alex wants you to hit it with all
You,
your
you can do whatever you want.
Is that the only one that makes sense?
That would make
That's
the
the one
most
that makes
sense to
sense.
me.
Go toe
Okay.
to toe says to overcome
Overcome
someone
something.
or
Yeah,
something
that would
in
work.
a struggle for control. Go
Supposed to be a
toe-to-toe.
clear shot with
What's
full
the
power
lock
where I
trying to
punch the
control the
lock.
door?
Break the lock.
What's the
Break
lock
the lock with
trying
Yeah,
what I
to
go
control.
control
for
the
go
door?
toe to
I
toe.
guess.
I'm gonna go toe to toe with the lock
All right.
using steady hands.
Yeah, those are important.
And I don't have my lockpicking tools on me because whatever. That's 7 plus 1. No, that's 7 with +1.
7 plus 1. You get to
No, it's a 6 plus
take
1.
one
So it's a
from
7.
the table. The
Just to
table
be clear, it's just 7.
for go toe to toe is you can
6 plus 1.
achieve goal, give a status, or block a counter. The door isn't going to hit you back, probably.
Good. Don't let the door swing and hit you on the way back. No.
It wouldn't make much sense to give the door a status.
Unless
Creaky
the status is
door.
unlocked.
That would also be true.
Okay.
Or you could achieve your goal of opening it.
I would elect to achieve the goal
I
of
would recommend
unlocking
that.
the door.
Good. Okay, so you have unlocked the padlock, which opens up the small gate. Not the large gate, but the small
a
gate
lock
that
for
revealing a combination lock that you would definitely need at least a drill in order to open.
Oh shit.
This
What's
is
the
heavy
combination
duty
lock
lock pick.
That I do not have in my hair,
What does the combination lock look like?
unfortunately.
Is it just like, is it 3 digits? Is it 4 digits?
It's like-
is it like a
Keypad.
rotating thing?
Three
Is it
rotating
keypad?
dials.
Okay. 3 rotating dials?
Yeah. We lost Nathan?
Uh-oh.
I miss Nathan.
Nathan's gone forever. I miss him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's Jeff. I was trying. We
I
got
was trying to figure
yeah,
out, what that little
a little
piece was.
slip. No, if you come over here, you'll leave the frame.
Here's
And now
this
it's just
little-
your.
oh,
There
yeah.
you are.
Okay.
What?
Oh, now
Wait, why
Jeff's
did
in
that
one frame
happen?
and I'm in one frame.
That's because
Neat.
the-
I've got my own
The
frame.
program
Nice.
is trying to
Skype.
capture it.
Skype has readjusted to ignore that Nathan is dead.
Oh.
Long live
I
Nathan.
miss Nathan. I wonder what
He should be
is.
here for this.
He really should.
Okay,
It's
so it
important.
revealed 3 dials. Dials? Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Nathan, no.
Tell him come back.
Unboot it.
Right? Show the internet
Down
who's
boot
boss.
3 dials.
We'll take this opportunity to wait for a minute.
Close.
We're all in a group
What is
chat.
making
the
a weird
internet.
noise?
Making the noise?
Yeah.
That's fun over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Come
Oh yes.
I didn't know Kinky had a smokiness.
Overall,
I'm
it's
detecting
so
a
good.
smokiness.
It's the ice.
It's the ice.
Smoky ice.
Hey internet, if you like girly drinks, kinky liqueur is the bomb.
Plus Sprite.
Plus Sprite, yeah, like half and half with Sprite. It's good stuff. They have multiple flavors and colors. It's lovely.
Blue.
Flip
That's
it.
the way to go.
Slide
Blue
it.
is my favorite.
Put it in a rack.
There's pink, blue, gold, and maybe others. I've seen
Nathan.
green.
He's
Was
back.
that Nathan?
I heard him.
Nathan!
I hear him.
I hear
I
him.
I
can
can
hear
hear his
Nathan, but I
voice.
can't see Nathan.
Give it a minute. It took a minute last time. Oh,
Good.
Unclick.
Nathan! He's back!
Nathan's
Nathan.
here.
Hey, Nathan.
I'm gonna slide.
Uh,
Let's
okay,
do.
so he outsmarted and outfoxed.
I
And,
out-towed the lock.
There was another
He's got way
bigger
more
lock
toes.
hiding underneath.
and there was
What's
a
happening?
larger, more complicated lock inside.
Why can't I?
Oh.
Why would I put us here?
What's up, Joe Allison?
Oh,
The
There are toes
padlock.
inside the lock.
The padlock blocked off about a square foot of extra lock. It turns out.
It's like 3 dials.
So
It looks
like
a
there
combo
was a
lock.
box on like affixed to the gate that the small lock was holding closed. So when Owen picked the small lock, the box opened to reveal a larger, more complicated lock. Or at least that's how it happened in my head.
That is the case.
Yes.
That is an accurate representation of the facts.
Nice.
You guys could try and figure out the combination lock. I guarantee it'll take a while. Or you could attempt to, I don't know, find the code or lockpick it. Owen does, in fact, have like the right lockpicking tools at his place of residence.
Okay.
3 10-digit dials. How many possible combinations is that?
3 2-digit dials. So it is.
3 rotating.
Well, sorry, 3 10-sided dials.
You could ask the ghost. Is he
Right.
still with us?
Are the numbers 0 through 9 on each dial?
0 through 60. on
0
each-
through 60 on each
on each
dial?
dial.
What?
You should probably.
So there's 3 dials.
3 dials.
Ooh.
You could try hitting them with heavy things.
You could try hitting it with a heavy thing. You've got those mag lights.
I'm not gonna hit
Mag
hit it.
lights could kill someone.
Probably not this steel reinforced locked door.
You
But
could
I mean, if
bash
you
it
want to
with
bang up
something
your
hard
lights.
Is the ghost back in that room?
Probably.
He didn't know that this
Oh,
was
he
here,
didn't know
though,
that the
right?
yeah, he
No.
didn't know that the
He
tunnel
He
was
probably
even
wouldn't
there.
know the code. Unless, I mean,
Do you know the... what would the
we could
signs...
ask him for, like, any important numbers that he might know and try them, but that doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem like it's
No.
his tunnel.
No,
Like,
no, I don't think it is.
We
The
could...
ghost seemed unaware of the existence
If
of
I
the
can either
tunnel.
get a ride or I'll just hop on the metro, I can go get my lock-picking tools. Pardon? In a tunnel.
I keep forgetting that Avery has a gun. Avery, we don't shoot metal things in closed quarters, hun. Oh, okay. I forget what I know and what Corinne knows.
A lock-picking robot.
You know, like the
I don't
You
bomb
know.
could
refusal
ask
robot.
Alice.
Let's say,
Yeah.
You want it to sit there and brute force it?
You bring the robot in whenever you don't want to do it yourself.
right?
You just make the guy using the controller go blind.
Wow.
Or something.
I would personally vote for getting lockpicking tools.
That seems good. I guess.
I'm not gonna shoot it, so...
I didn't hear
I was
what
gonna
Allyson
say, no
said.
one's powers really help here, do they?
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, like,
There's no
Owen's
water.
real good at lockpicking
I mean, you can't
things.
yell at
but-
it.
Do I have
You
a
could
canteen?
yell at it.
You could yell at it.
could
You
yell
could yell
at
at
it.
it in the closed tunnel with all of us here.
Yeah,
Threaten the collapse.
Yeah, if there's no water, I'm boned.
That's true.
I'll say, if
You could go
That's
with.
what I go with.
if any of the
Can I
rest
get
of
a
you
ride?
want to maybe look around in the tunnel or in the room and see if you can find any clues as
Any
to what
numbers and...
the code might be, I can run Owen over to his place real quick and pick up his lockpicking tools and come back. And if anybody wants to come with, that's fine.
Okay. That'll work.
Okay.
Whose team... You're going to keep searching here?
I'll stay with Otto.
Okay. Avery, what are you up to? Like lawyer work? Okay. Right.
Conflict of interest.
And so that means you're taking him back to his place?
Yes.
So it'll be the two of you.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll go ahead on the car ride to... We'll get the rest of you guys in a second. We'll follow... we'll have the camera follow Corinne and Owen for a minute.
Nice.
So you guys are going off to
Otto's place of
Otto's
residence.
place of
No.
residence, which is
Otto's
maybe
place.
like...
Owen's place. We won't go to your house, Otto. There's still probably that fruit outside.
No, because Corinne swept it
Picked it
up
up.
so that she could have Alice tested.
Nice.
Swab
it for
Yeah,
fruit
drugs.
flies.
Poison.
It's maybe like 15 minutes. The metro takes just kind of a twisty turn to get to City Hall.
Okay.
But it's a 15-minute drive away. Nothing, I think, eventful would happen.
Was the metro faster than my car?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
It took
takes
him
a while
like
to
20
turn.
minutes, half an hour
Okay.
to get there by then.
Got
And
it.
you have to wait for all the stops. But
Plus, I have a police cruiser, so I can just like
flip your lights
Turn on
on,
the lights.
Flip my
which would
lights
be
on.
pretty cool. So you guys get
That's
there
up to
without
your discretion.
incident. And yeah, I think it was like 6:30 when you guys
Left.
would have, yeah, when you would have left. Feel free to correct me if you remember, but we'll say it's 6:30 now, and if it wasn't before, it is.
It was Friday.
And yeah, it is for sure Friday. That part's important, I
Right.
guess.
Freaky Friday.
And so you get back to your apartment.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what
2B.
you live in apartment 2B? Okay, that's on the second floor. Is okay. I didn't know if 1A or 1B would be like down the stairs.
I think 1A would be downstairs.
Excuse me. No, but I mean, like if 2B was ground level and
okay.
1B was underneath it.
No.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
2B,
That's
1B.
dumb.
This eraser is a disaster.
At least 1A and 1B.
Help me to understand. Is Corinne, are you coming in?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. Help me to understand what it is that your apartment looks like.
Okay, so I did a drawing. So whenever you come in, first thing you would see would be the main living room area. There's a couch, there's some lamps, there's a comfy-looking, well-worn chair, and on the walls are chain link fences studded with padlocks and other sort of assorted locks.
For to practice.
Neat.
Just past that, which you'd be able to see from the entryway and from the living room area, is the kitchen. Things of note are there. Yeah, there's... and then there's a hallway, and then I'd be headed back to my bedroom where my lockpicking tools, which are straight shot back, and then off to the left is where Otto's bedroom would be.
Okay, are you accompanying him into Owen's
Owen.
bedroom?
I'm gonna keep saying Otto to make everyone confused.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm just kind of loitering, not right next to the door, but sort of in, whatever main area is closest to the door.
That's the one with the padlocks and such.
Yeah, sure. Oh,
And an open shot
look
of
at the
the
padlocks
kitchen.
and things.
Okay. So, are there any affects that you would see in there that aren't the padlocks?
You can see straight into the kitchen. There's the well-worn chair. There's a comfy-looking couch, but it doesn't look like it's seen much use. And then there's just sort of the assorted myriad locks on across the chain link fences and walls. There's a bathroom down the hall.
Do you need to use
It's
the
like a
bathroom?
closet.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. We'll go back to that in a second. Hey, Otto, you said that you were investigating, right? You and Cece were investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, were you looking for anything in particular? Were you making an investigate roll or just chilling? Cave walls. You didn't see anyone or anything. I guess if you want me to be any more specific, you'd have to make a roll. But I don't. Yeah. Yes, 2d6, and then you add whatever relevant modifiers you have, and then we will choose from the table. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, I'm gonna spot. An 8. Okay, well, since an 8 is between a 7 and a 9, then I get to pick from the table on investigate, so I get to pick whether you're exposed to danger, or if I give you bad info, or if I ask you questions back. And in this case, 2 of them don't really make too much sense. Is that my phone? No. It is my phone.
What?
The big comfy couch. Okay. I got you. That's not Bear in the Big Blue
chair.
House.
That's my phone
My
too.
phone too.
It's that disproportionately large too.
So you're looking at the formations. You're looking at all of the natural formations on the wall and on the floor, and given how old this tunnel must clearly be for this man who's been working in this office to not know anything about it, it doesn't seem unused. Like, you would expect there to be a sort of dank, and it is dank, but you would expect there to be I don't know, a layer of dust and film over everything that just isn't there. But again, this is somewhat unreliable information, so do with it what you will. Yes.
Oddly clean cave.
For a cave.
Right.
Yes. And then since you're there with him, are you investigating any other aspect or angle?
Yeah, I'll do an investigate roll as well.
Okay. What are you looking for? What are you trying to find out? What question would you like to answer?
Well, I mean, whoever locked this tunnel isn't gonna friggin' put the numbers to the tunnel on the side of the thing, but...
Unless they're just very
black
forgetful.
Like, maybe they needed to leave a note somewhere that had the... I don't know.
So are you looking for a note that has the codes?
Sounds sketchy. I guess I'd like to look around the gate more if that requires an investigate roll. Like, we've seen the lock, we've cracked through the first lock, and then we've got the second 3 locks. I guess I want to see if there's anything else on the gate that's going to keep us from getting into it. Unless
Sure.
that's something that I can just ask you.
Yeah, I mean, from what you can see, and this one won't require a roll, it's a big, sturdy gate. You imagine that if even a powered individual would have to be kind of beefy in order to take it down. There aren't any other hazards, at least that you can see. If you were sweeping to look for, like, traps or something, then that would be an investigate roll, but...
I think I want to look past the gate. Does that require an investigate roll if I want to look through the gate?
It's around a bend, but it's just more dark tunnel.
More dark
Or at least that's all you can see from here using your light.
Alright, I'll look for traps.
Okay.
I don't think I have any relevant modifiers. And that's a 3, so...
Okay, well, you don't find any traps, but that's not to say that there aren't any.
You don't find any traps, but you do get caught in one. Yeah, I don't have any modifiers.
Oh, man.
Okay. So, Allyson / Patrick, you are looking at the footage. You're reviewing the tapes, right? All right. Go ahead and... Okay. Elias, probably.
We still don't know why he looked like a horse on the video.
Okay. So that's a 1.
Mm.
4. Let me see how that would play out, because that would mean that you failed. So you're looking over the tapes. About halfway through your investigation of the footage, first of all, you don't see anything blurry or otherwise, but the video sort of corrupts, and if you had to put your brilliant hacker mind to it, you would say it's probably not a magical corruption of the data. It's probably just a fault of the shitty recording software that they have. About half the footage is useless to you. Avery, how's tricks? How is it going with work? You got it. To the people still there at City Hall?
Well, that's done.
Okay, I guess it'd be a handful of, like, witnesses and stuff. Are you trying to pump them for information, or are you just, like, sort of a social... Okay, so you're digging for, like, gossip. Okay, go ahead and make your investigation roll. Or convince people, then, if you think that that would be more what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is it convince or investigate?
Definitely.
Okay. 5.
Oh, no.
Nice. You guys are the best at rolling dice. Why couldn't this happen during D&D instead of this? No one... Most of the people that would have been useful to you, who would have had gossip on Pierce is his name.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people who would have had gossip on Pierce by now have left and given the police their phone numbers. The only people left are the night shift janitors who would probably go home before 9 o'clock, but wouldn't have much interaction with Pierce. They sort of shrug and tell you, I don't know, man, like, he didn't leave his trash hanging out all the time, so I didn't have any bad blood with him. But that's all you really get out of him.
Good.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so then we'll go back to the scene over at Owen's. What would you say qualify as lock-picking? Pardon me, I'm gonna just lift this cord up. Lock-picking accoutrement.
So I'd probably have like the actual lock-picking kit, which I would have thought would have been my bedroom, and then I was gonna look for like a stethoscope. That's
Stethoscope.
right. That's the thing.
Yeah, to hear.
Yeah. So I don't know if that one. It might be in the storage closet, which is across the hall.
Okay.
So I'll head that way. Like, this may take a minute. If you want anything, there's like sparkling water and stuff in the fridge.
Okay, thanks.
You want some sparkling water?
I don't drink beer or alcohol.
Oh, that's right, because he's...
There's a French press if you want coffee, but that'll be some work.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Just gonna chill.
Yeah, probably just kind of like wander around in the open areas of the apartment.
Okay. Can I refer to your map?
Yeah.
Can I see that? Thank you.
No.
Okay. So the entrance is in the drawing at the bottom left-hand side?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then this is the kitchen area?
Kitchen area is the one it's 2. It's labeled as such.
Kitchen,
Yep.
living room, chain link things.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of like wandering in this general area.
Is
Sorry.
one closed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Across the hall from that kitchen.
Across the hall from the kitchen is a closed... What's the door look like?
No, it's just like a
Wood door? Okay.
not like
Not
steel
ominous steel reinforced door with 2 locks.
covered up with 2 locks.
Yeah.
No, it's just a door. Like Patrick's house.
Like Patrick's house.
Everything's covered in wires. I assume. Pizza boxes and wires. That's how I envision Patrick's house.
Good.
So I'm trying to get anything for your scene for you from here. You're good? Okay.
Just rummage around and grab the things, and I guess
All right,
we'll head
cool.
on back.
Cool. So you guys head on back, and we'll hold on to that one for later. So you guys make it back. The whole round trip takes maybe like 45 minutes, depending on how long you were rummaging. And you've met back up. You've got your tools in hand. You are ready, rocking to go.
Woo.
And you've got your tools, so you would definitely be adding those to your bonus when you're rolling and hopefully succeeding.
Right.
Good lord, yeah.
I was kind of banking on you guys being able to get through the door. So let's see.
Well, if he doesn't win, I may just shoot the lock.
Well, I'll go deaf.
Someone will have fragments
And someone
of
might
bullet.
die of
Yeah,
ricochet.
alright.
Yeah.
Since I've come back and I'm using the same thing that I'm gonna hit it with all I've got. 'Cause then
now you're
it's not
doing a
using the
different
same
play.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would result in penalties. I will use steady hands and lock-picking tools, and I will use. Can I use the stethoscope? Is that a tag?
Stethoscope, yeah, is a temple story tag.
Story
Nice.
tag. That's 3
Yep.
things.
You just
Good
have
lord.
to not roll.
You could call an eye
for
for detail, too.
Could call
eye
an
for detail works.
That's 4.
Yep.
Nice.
Please roll a 3 or higher.
Is there anything else? Can you just
I know,
have
it's
enough
like-
tags to succeed
right?
no matter what you roll?
Have access
You
to
could somehow
historical
roll
records.
a 1 with 2 dice and still win.
I got a 3.
Yeah, +4
Plus
is
four
7.
is
7. That's a success.
Okay, so that's gonna be your
Holy
partial.
Wow.
Good lord.
Jesus.
I can inflict a status on the.
It takes you some time, maybe another 15-20 minutes.
That's
which
fair. I
would
was
bring your-
looking up how to crack combination locks, and apparently it takes some time. You start
Yeah.
with the 3rd number.
Oh, and then work your way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're working from 3 locks each, which have 3 numbers.
Okay.
It takes you 20-25 minutes, which would
Okay.
bring you up to about 7:30, for you to get through. But you finally do punch all the way through.
Woo! Break off
Your
the
lock
other
is open.
side.
You've still got all of your equipment. Are you gonna keep toting it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you
I'm gonna
keep
set it down. It's dirty. Or it's remarkably clean in this cave.
well, not remarkably, but
It's
For a
oddly
cave.
clean for a cave.
uncharacteristically,
Peculiarly.
peculiarly. You keep going down your, which is now a left-hand jog from where you entered. It's a much shorter amount of time when you eventually reach a ladder that goes up, and if you keep following the path, so at the elbow of the path, right here, where my knuckles are, where no one
Oh,
can
this is
see.
This is a right turn after our left-hand turn.
You made your left-hand turn, so if my arm, you came down this way, you shot up the left past the gate. Right here is where that interest happens. There's a bend that would be the natural progression of the path that sort of goes at the opposite angle that the other, that you guys had just come from, that left-hand turn,
Yeah,
So
it's a
right.
right-hand turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at that bend right there is a ladder that leads up, which is how ladders go.
Sure.
And it goes up to what you assume would be the surface, maybe like 10-15 feet up the ladder. It's hard to see, but there's like a wooden, rather than cavey, door at the top.
Okay.
How do you call that? Hatch?
Sure.
Yeah. Period.
Huh.
Okay. So we don't have any idea where we are, right?
Nope.
Okay.
If you had a map, maybe you'd have a better idea of...
He says that like we missed an opportunity to get a map earlier.
No, like you still have an opportunity to get a map.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's check his desk. No, his desk.
But if you had a map, you'd probably have a better idea of where you were. Does it... Avery, how well do you know the area down here?
Oh, the tunnel?
It's not quite there, but if we combine your familiarity with the area along with your actual having walked down, you'd imagine that you're probably somewhere towards the station that I named, like train station type.
Oh, weird.
The Jade Gardens Station Yard.
Jade Gardens.
Jade Gardens.
Jade Garden Station Yard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use psychometry on the ladder to see if anybody else used it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay. So I'm not keen to try and poke my head up through the hatch whenever somebody got murdered.
Corinne is
Fair.
like watching interestedly, but trying not to hover.
I go blind.
You did get past the gate, yes.
That's a 3 with my psychometry
A little
tag.
ways down.
Well, that would be 4.
You're up to 4 now.
Yeah, with flashes of what was there before. Unless the ladder took secrets to its grave.
It did not.
All right. That's a 4.
You're feeling...
Fall off.
Okay. How are you trying to do this? What physically is
I would
Owen
have just
doing?
like touched the like I would start to go. I would touch the ladder in a way that would resemble me starting to go up said ladder.
Okay.
Maybe like put my hands on some of the rungs to see if it's
Okay.
like a place where anyone touched.
Okay, so you put your hands on a couple of the rungs, and you're like focusing and concentrating. And as you do that, the ladder sort of tips back.
Oh no.
So now,
Oh no.
yeah, it wasn't bolted in properly. It's kind of a rickety ladder. Now that you're thinking about it,
I should have thought about that before.
Yeah.
I should have investigated it before I.
you could still climb it,
Psychometered.
but you would probably want to steady it. You team lift. now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. We are not having good luck
I'll
tonight.
come hold
No.
it if you need me to.
Said the one-armed girl.
Otto can fly if he wants to just head up that way.
Hover up the ladder.
I could try it. Okay, if you guys hold it, I could psychometry the hatch. Is that a new one or is that a?
Yeah, it'll be a new roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will it take the
Burn
penalty?
nothing?
So in general, the penalty is that you can't do it.
Oh.
So you can't do the same thing the same way twice.
Okay.
So you
The
can't.
hatch new.
The hatch
Hatch
is a
isn't
new
enough.
target
Okay.
for
if
your investigation.
if somebody steadies it, I will climb the ladder, the rickety ladder, and try to psychometry a hatch.
Now I'm gonna need Otto to fly you up
Okay.
there.
Otto, if I start to fall, can you brace me with flight? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Give me a change the game.
Sure.
I just want to make sure you don't fail
All right, psychometry.
on the
Flashes
hatch.
of what was there before.
Oh, okay, so
Ooh, steady hands. I probably should have used that.
There
do
you
your
go.
change the game first, and then do. Yeah, and you can add the.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, change the game. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you're
what-
trying to climb with the help of Otto.
Okay.
What am I trying
Spotting
to change the game with my hands?
It's a rickety ladder,
I'm gonna
and
steady
you're trying
hands.
to play this as best as you can.
Just standing by.
Unless you want to
Steady
take the
hands.
risk.
Right?
No.
Okay.
I'll fall and kill Otto.
No.
I'm gonna use my steady
This
hands.
is what Cece looks like
Okay.
right now.
That's a 7 now.
A
With
7
that
is a
one
real roll for changing the
is a
game.
6.
Thank God.
plus
Whoa.
one.
Okay, so you do make it up, in fact.
Woo!
Holy
Um,
cow.
Okay, change the game.
And go ahead now and then make your roll to
Psychometer.
psychomify.
What do we have to 5 power
Your
tags?
Psychometry, flashes of what was there before. I'm gonna keep the steady hands
Do it.
and use eye for detail.
It's
That's
4.
4.
Right?
Good.
We're
Hey,
so
a
good.
real
Nice.
roll.
14.
That's a 14.
14. So this is an investigation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so your clues equal your power, and your power was 4. So
Okay.
you can ask me 4 questions about this hatch, and I have to warn you, they're not all going... You're not going to be able to use all 4, because it's a reasonably uninteresting hatch.
That's fair.
What's your first question, and we'll see how deep we go.
Who was the last person to use the hatch?
Okay.
That's a
He
good
was
question.
not prepared for that.
The last
have legs?
person to use the hatch had
Was
legs.
it a ghost?
It was a real
Did they have
live
fairy wings?
human being.
Okay.
They... Fuck.
Alex, this is a family show.
No, this is a Christian server. Okay.
On my good Christian server.
Okay.
We're gonna get booted from Twitch.
Okay. So you see a guy
Ooh, okay.
he looks to
What a
be
guy.
maybe late 20s, early 30s. He's wearing a tan jacket and a 3-piece suit underneath,
Oh, weird.
and like
Okay.
a white shirt. And the suit is it's hard to tell because this picture's in black and white, but black suit.
Sure.
No tie, interestingly, and a hat that matches his jacket. If you had to guess based on the era of clothing, it would strike you as the Prohibition era.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the
I
1920s
would
to
say-
1930s.
Guys, I don't think this hatch has been used in a while.
Hi.
It's
The hatch is not sentient.
the
to answer the
person
question.
the person that last used the hatch was from 1920s era. They were roughly 20 at the time. A hat makes me think that they're from then.
I mean, Prohibition was then.
1920 to 1933.
Yeah.
See? That guy might have been born in the 1900s. Judging by his look.
He might have been. He might even have been born in the 1890s.
Ooh.
So you've got another 3 questions you can ask.
All right.
If you want to. Can't
If I
you bank
want
them
to.
for later or something?
You
Can we do
can,
that?
but the issue with banking them is that
I
the
bank them in relation
information
to the thing.
is related to
they're
the
about
hatch.
the hatch.
So later on, I can ask Alex about the hatch.
You might
100
want to
facts.
ask.
How would the hatch feel about this? Should we proceed?
Oh, magic hatch.
Oh,
You,
Magic
you
hatch.
haven't gotten the information yet that I would feel would help you most. So there is still room
Oh.
yet to ask
Sure.
questions. The trick with investigation rolls and being successful on them in City of Mist is that when I answer you, I have to try my best to give you a hint or a solid lead to follow through on.
Okay.
And I'm trying.
So we thought, okay, we think we're approximately under the Jade Garden Station,
Yep.
and we have the hatch that was last used, presumably during Prohibition era.
Yep.
Or by a person dressed up going to a Prohibition
Could
era
have been
costume
a
party.
reenactor.
That's true. There could have been a reenactor, since Los Louisiattle is known for its
It does have
reenactions.
reenactments.
True.
So, didn't we pull up something before about it being a Prohibition era tunnel?
We
Like
pulled up a thing that had like
we were
the
talking
brewery
about
or
how there
whatever.
were tunnels there,
Yeah.
and maybe it was used to sneak alcohol into the governor's office. Who
Yeah.
were we talking to about that? Were we just talking amongst ourselves?
You guys, I forget who you got the... No, you were talking to Alice, and
Okay.
Alice was saying that it reminded her of the... What's up, Allison? Okay, cool. Yeah, she said that it reminds her of over at the brewery that I named.
Right, that one.
Yep.
Are we at the end of the tunnel? by the
Pappin
way?
Street. You're at a bend. in
We're
the
at a
tunnel.
bend. It could continue on.
Yes.
It's a ladder. We thought we'd
Um,
investigate it.
The Pappin Street Brewery is kind of a famous thing here at Los Louisiattle, in the fictional place. And they do tours because they've got Prohibition tunnels. The Pappin Street Brewery started out as sort of a speakeasy and then expanded.
Neat.
Yeah.
Happens?
Papin.
So them's the whereabouts of the tunnel. Well, now we know that hatch doesn't lead to the brewery,
That's true.
because the hatch that leads to the brewery would have been touched by tour people.
And it is unlikely
Would be
that
in the
Pierce was
opposite
killed by
direction.
someone from the 1920s.
Oh, would be in the opposite direction.
So,
Unless
Reasonably-
the brewery
reasonably
people dress
sure.
up like prohibitionists for the tours.
right.
They don't.
Okay. Neat.
You've got
Three
three
more
more
questions
questions.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, y'all? I don't. As that was the last one to actually use it. Yeah, we could look at
We could ask.
how
like-
recently
Sorry. Go ahead. You can go
how
ahead.
recently was the hatch used?
Yeah, some time ago. Probably several years. I guess the way that you'd find this out is by putting your hands on the hatch, right? That's how you do your magic.
Touch.
As you do that, you don't hear anything, which
Sure.
would have been
It's a
much
hatch.
scarier. The hatch sort of creaks open, and you get that feel that it hasn't been moved in some 80, 90 years or whatever, however long ago Prohibition was.
Stiff and creaky.
As you do that, it opens, but maybe only like 2 or 3 inches. Not enough for you to get your hand, or like you could fit your hand out, but there's no way your body would get out. It's stuck. Like you hit it into something, and it will not move past there.
Okay. It's not like I have no like vision of locks or anything on the side. It's just that it's probably weighted down by something on the other side.
It's weighted down by something. Yeah.
We're not going to be able to get at that, are we?
Probably not. But the killer probably didn't go this way unless he is a time traveler.
Good answer.
Which we can't rule out.
Do you still have 2 more questions?
Yeah,
for
he
does.
Great.
You're good now. You can rank them.
I'll hold on to those.
Okay.
Good stuff. And I'll ask you about the Hatch's feelings and family later.
God bless. All right.
God bless this Hatch.
Okay, so
you're going to try and open
you've got your new information. Do you want to just take a look? And from what you can see, do you know what train wheels look like?
Probably.
Yeah. Train wheels.
I'm a man of hobbies. I've probably been into a hobby shop. They have trains there.
You don't have much vision, and the sun is setting because it's 7:30. The sun's setting. I was checking outside.
It's dark outside.
As long as it's not like midsummer in whatever latitude we are, the sun's setting.
Can't think too hard about the latitude because then we might give away the state.
Right.
So there are train wheels. This you feel comfortable in saying is Jade Garden's train or the rail yard.
Okay.
That's probably your food.
Hello.
We'll give her a second to get her food.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I will be right there.
Good luck to you.
I'm gonna keep
Take it on,
Woo! Okay, so the rail yard.
I'll relay that information to the team.
He says he's relaying this information to the team, if you can hear him. And I'll recap it for him in a second. A rail yard is where you take the, you don't call them carriages. What do you call the cabins?
The cars?
Yeah, train cars, really. That's the right word. And you store them in, you store them in a rail yard or sort them in a rail yard for use. It's kind of like a parking lot, but specifically for rail cars. So there's a bunch of rail cars overhead right now. You wouldn't be able to open the lid because there's a rail car on top, which is probably what's obstructing the door.
I can't lift a rail car.
No.
I don't believe so. I've got all the sound. Yes, we were at the bend. We came to the bend and there was a ladder that went up and we didn't go all the way down the other part of the tunnel. I agree. I don't want to try and push a train car.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold my maps.
Do you need anything, baby? Do you need anything?
Oh, no, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay, so if you follow that bend about the same distance since the last bend and in the opposite direction, but still going, or not opposite direction.
Just keep serpent.
I'm sorry.
We'll wait.
Give me just a second here. Okay.
Oh, is that a blondie?
Alright, no, well, the tag says brownie.
It's a blondie, it's okay.
Who's close to the mic?
My bag, I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. Hang on. Just, here, hang on.
I'm gonna just open it down there.
Rustle it just a little bit more and then I'll be done. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm approximately done now.
Are you guys able to hear? Alright, cool.
I was also right in front of the microphone, so...
Okay. The dramatic reveal.
Ah. That's just mean.
Joe thought it was funny. Okay.
Is that the falafel?
It is. It's a Gracie.
Ooh, you're good.
Take it out of the paper.
Okay.
Ooh, you got some lettuce. Just last one. We're sorry. We're sorry. Okay.
Okay.
ASMR sandwich eating.
So you guys have made a turn. So you cut left. You went down the tunnel. You cut left. You saw the railway. You cut right, and it's the same distance as from when you cut left. Still going, I guess, forwards from the position of the where you entered. Yeah.
Okay.
When you get to there's an incline rather than a decline.
Oh, okay.
And it's coming up to, I guess, another hatch.
Oh no.
Yeah, but yeah, you go ahead. Second hatch, but this time it's just off the ground. There's like a couple of makeshift stairs, but no ladder involved. You figure that the incline probably took care of whatever you needed to lift you up physically to civilization again.
I take it as clues are not good for the second hatch.
That's up to
cousin
him.
Hatches?
They are cousin hatches. It
What?
does seem that they are similarly made.
Oh wow.
One clue left. I'm gonna take it from you. So,
When was this hatch opened? I'd have to investigate this hatch.
yeah, you would have to investigate
that's
this
fair.
hatch. Hold on.
But it's a new investigate because it's a new hatch.
It is. Are you investigating this hatch?
I can. Does anybody want to do anything?
I guess I could investigate the hatch instead, but...
Yeah, it's just about right.
I've just got the one trick, Alice. It's just not gonna work.
Right, nobody else's tricks are useful right now.
You could just open it. That is a valid
Do you
strategy.
guys want to open it?
Is this the Owen episode?
This is the Owen episode. Yes.
Oh, no wonder it's so focused on him.
What's the plan with the mysterious spooky hatch?
It's your party.
I'm gonna do it.
Allyson
Using
said in a way
flashes
that
of what was here
implies-
before, and I for details.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3. Steady hands don't make sense. That's 8.
8.
Woo!
Word. Okay. So this hatch has been opened more recently. That's what you're trying to find out, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. This hatch has
Snap.
been opened recently.
Okay.
Yes.
Shit.
Within the last day or so.
All right. Who opened this hatch? That's a question I get.
Yeah,
to
it's a
right?
question you get to ask.
2, 3.
3.
It's no one you recognize.
Okay. All right. I don't know him, but they opened this hatch recently.
It is a man. You
But
get the
he's
feeling
seen
it
him,
was a
so
man.
if he sees him again in real life, he'll know him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
If Owen's the kind
I
of
would
person
know
It's
who's
kind of-
suit.
nice
I have an
It's
eye
sort
for
of like
detail.
an echoey vision of the individual. You can't make out too much. They're tall, they're male, they're wearing a plaid shirt.
Tall plaid shirt. Okay.
It's Tom.
It's not Tom. Tom isn't that tall.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that information.
I've got one more right. Does it? I'm gonna just like test it a little bit.
Mhm.
See if it. Is
This
it
this one does open. You're just testing it so far.
yeah,
so
just like pushing on it a little bit, not like slamming it open, not like
Yeah, no.
yeah.
so
guess
if you
that's
ease
probably
it, you can see that there's no resistance like was with
Okay.
the other one. It is an openable,
Open hatch door.
egressable, ingress. You can go
Egret.
through it.
It's an open egret.
passable. It's passable.
Sure. All right, guys, we can get through here, but somebody used it recently.
How recently?
Like fairly recently.
Yeah,
Fairly recently.
Let's
Like
go, go,
they didn't go the other
Probably-
way, and it's a straight shot down this
probably
tunnel.
within the last 12 hours.
Okay.
The echoes, sir. Yeah.
We could. I don't have a
Oh,
gun.
I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb.
That's not true.
Nice, do it.
Okay, I'm gonna like stand at the bottom of the ladder and draw my gun or something, I guess.
Okay, so you're drawing your gun. Good.
Avery lets Otto. Ooh, that'd be cool. Flashbang him.
What are the strong beats in a meter for?
1 and to a lesser beat.
I'm losing some of your audio on that one. Could
What'd
you
you
say that
say,
again,
Joe?
Joe?
But just one, really.
Mostly just
If I
one.
wouldn't have said beats, you would have said one.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not a strong beat.
Real
Yeah, in
fast.
the tunnel.
One.
Okay.
One. Just one. That's why I'm dumb.
Okay, so help me out. Who's flinging the door open?
Sounds like Otto.
Otto's opening
Avery
the door.
let
Avery's
Otto.
grabbing his gun. Avery's grabbing her gun.
Right.
Patrick, are you ready with the spells, or like what are you doing there? Okay. Okay.
Do you say that to us? Because like I would lend you a flashlight if you need it. I mean, we could co-hold them with you so you don't feel like you're encumbered, but sure, you could hold all the flashlights. Nice. Nailed it. Shove it open blind.
Okay, hang on, hold.
Allison's gonna flashbang and then we run into the guns.
But, okay, if there is
Can't go
anybody on the other side of the hatch who might not necessarily notice us opening the hatch right away,
They'll
do we
be
want to
blind.
make it really obvious that we're opening the hatch?
Right, we're either stealthy
if they-
because we're not seen or we're stealthy because they're blind and
But-
thus not seen.
What if they're like 10 feet away with their backs turned and then all of a sudden they like see a flash of light
Bam!
from out
You
of the
should make a
corner
noise
of their
first
eye?
so that they turn.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
what
should.
you should do.
Nathan,
Yeah.
whenever you shove it like real hard, like get a wind up, so it just bang, so they like spin around. Yeah.
That's what you guys are going for?
I like this a
Awesome.
lot.
Okay.
I don't like this plan, but I'm gonna stay quiet.
And what are you doing?
Holding a gun,
Holding a gun?
I'm down at the bottom of the ladder with my gun.
ready to
Okay.
shoot Otto.
Okay. So Otto flings the door open. There's a loud bang.
Bang!
You hear a huh as someone
Oh,
turns.
God.
Does he get a question mark above his head?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh
Nailed it.
You hear like 2 or 3 footsteps, not like sets of footsteps,
Okay.
but like 1, 2, 3 steps.
Huh?
And that's when you're giving it all you got, right, Allyson?
Nice.
Okay.
Flashbang him.
Yes.
Did she get a bonus tag for each one of the flashlights?
God.
Yes.
It's just the two
Nice.
guys at the brewery. We're gonna flashbang.
That'd be so good. I want it to be that more than I want it to be the bad guy.
What are you saying, Allyson? We'll say not each, but we'll give you 2.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect. Plus
Okay.
4.
Roll a 10, Allison.
They explode.
Woo.
13.
That guy's
Hot
permanently
damn.
blind.
Oh, those poor tour guides.
Hold on. So you hit it with all you got. You got a 12.
My good Christian server, Jeff.
Okay, so you've got the target's attention, yeah? You've definitely got the upper hand.
Sure.
Nice.
Are you blinding them? Okay.
That's a big blinding flashlight.
So
Beam.
they'll take a status of
Fucking
Blinded by the light.
re-blinded.
Re-blinded?
3.
Oh.
Yeah, which is a major blinding.
Oh,
It
shit.
is.
Yes.
The scale only goes up to 4.
The scale goes up to 6, which would kill him.
My eyes!
Fatally
Like Ark of the
blinded.
Covenant. No, it would be permanent at that point.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Not necessarily lethal.
Out of 3?
No, to 6.
Here's right here. So we got on a
We're
scale
right in the
from
middle.
1 to 6.
Out
They
of
got a
3
3
is
as major.
permanently. Oh,
And
a
a
6 is lethal
permanent,
slash
yes.
permanent. I was so concerned.
Lethal slash.
Fucking permanently blind.
Is it really like
Lethally blinded.
lethal and
Lethal
permanent?
slash permanent.
Okay.
In cases where you can't die.
Okay.
So if you inflicted
Such
a
as
charm
blinding.
6 status,
Okay.
they would be your best friend forever,
Not-
rather than dead.
Right, not that you've killed him and thus he is blind forever.
You charmed them to death.
Okay. As you blind them, I guess, Corinne, you were closing your eyes, but then you opened them after there was the flash, right?
Okay, yeah.
You would be the first then to notice that you blinded some guy in a white shirt with an E logo is how you say that word right here. He's
E logo?
yeah, it's
E?
just an E.
Okay.
Yeah.
E for Papin Street Brewery?
No.
E for Jade Garden?
E for Eagle Security Team.
E for Eagle Security Team. And he's
Night Security. at
he's
the
going
brewery.
bald early. You like okay, so he's a black guy.
We didn't
Did we
Okay,
make
he's
him
like-
go bald?
no,
Flashbang?
blinded him so hard he went
He
bald.
was probably late 20s, early 30s, going bald prematurely, which is just sucks. And yeah, he's blind as shit now. He's holding his eyes. He had a flashlight in one hand. He's got a belt, but no like he might have a
Taser.
Nightstick.
baton, the nightstick, yeah. But no taser, no
No
gun,
gun, no.
Oh, man.
nothing, just a dude. And he shouts, "Fuck!" The
It's
fuck
just
did
what
you
I
do?
wanted.
Oh
Just shine that thing right in my eyes.
no! So frustrating.
Amazing.
Who are you?
And he's like putting his hand out in front of him, trying and blinking a lot because he just can't see.
That's fair. He's
It's
majorly
like-
blind.
Evan?
Is the E for Evan?
No, the E is.
We blinded
Down
him, we
into
might
the
as well
tunnel is
kidnap
like a
him.
10-foot fall. He'd die.
Is he the only guy up there?
There's only
It's
like
an incline.
there's only 2 steps, 2
Yeah.
makeshift steps.
Oh,
This
okay.
isn't another ladder, we're okay.
Okay, I
what did
thought
you
it
ask?
was another ladder.
Is he the only guy there?
He's the only guy you see.
Oh man, he's not the perp from the Echoes.
Let's knock him out. I feel too bad.
Knock him out!
Don't knock him out. We need to ask him questions.
Right, that's not-
I hope Evan can hear this conversation.
I feel so
right,
bad.
we've got a cop with a badge that he can see eventually. Lock him down.
Okay, so you're walking him down. And he's like, "What? Wait, what are you doing? Where are we going? On what? What?"
We're gonna diplomacy him by lying to him? Uh-huh. Did he know this gate was here?
You haven't asked him.
That's
I
true.
haven't asked him shit.
He probably...
We've just told him he's the next contestant.
I don't know where to go
So-
from there, Otto. What's next on your sick...
What? Who are you guys?
We asked you first.
I'm Evan.
Okay.
Now I'm blind, Evan.
Where are we?
He working. God damn. I didn't know it was gonna be this hard.
Did you see anybody run through here earlier?
No, and I certainly won't see them now.
Okay. Good.
Evan, who do you work for? Where do you work?
He points at the wrong side of his shirt.
At Eagle.
Where he thinks the E is. I work for Eagle Security.
Good.
Now I'm wondering if they got disability. I've only been here for like 2 weeks.
Where are we?
I don't. You. Okay, I'm posted at the St. Thomas Aquinas Church, but unless you guys are like the borrowers, we just went into a wall. So
You know how...
I don't know.
Oh, God. You're on the tiniest game show.
Going down into the...
Yes.
Otto pulled him
Why?
down into the tunnel.
He was blinded and stunned, so he couldn't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right,
Probably.
let's take him back up there.
Okay. Hi, Evan.
Catholic.
In this instance, I think it is. Is St. Thomas Aquinas famously not Catholic? That'd be funny.
Pretty sure it is.
Okay. I feel like... yeah, hold on.
Catholics are like almost the only ones who have saints.
Catholic.
Irish
Italian Catholic?
Towny Catholic? What'd you say?
Italian Catholic.
Italian. Towny
Roman
Catholic.
Catholic.
Roman Catholic. That's the right way to say that one.
Ah.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Apparently escorting this blind security guard back to his post.
Yeah, at this point, Cece is super uncomfortable that we have just blinded an innocent. And so she's going to pull Corinne to the side, and she's going to say, hey, is there anything you can do for this guy? Can you, like, help him feel better?
Could yell at him and make him deaf. It won't be you. But
Guys, he's probably gonna be okay in like
that's true.
a very like a not terribly long period of time.
Or
I'm sure he's
maybe
shaken
Aaron
up,
could
but
convince him he's okay. I just feel so
Convince
bad.
him he's
This is
okay.
privately to Corinne.
I will-
Convince him he's on a game
I
show.
will sort of make him feel a little bit better. And but his, I mean, I think his eyes will be okay. I don't think he was looking straight at the thing. It sounded like he turned around before the. Well, I'll do what I can do.
Peripheral blindness.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Evan and sort of like take just like one step away from the large group of people
Okay.
and I guess roll for my cure light wounds.
Okay.
I don't want to use those
Lay
dice.
hands. Oh, rude.
The spooky
You've been having
haunted
bad
dice.
rolls.
I got a
those-
14 once.
That's
If you lay hands on him, he's probably gonna jump. He still doesn't know who
no,
we are.
I'm not gonna like lay
or why
hands
he's
on him.
in
I'm
this
just gonna
fucking
come
tunnel.
and kind of like, hey,
Pat him on
I'm
the back.
sorry. Yeah, just
Okay.
like
I'd still jump
lightly
if I
pat
was
him on the back and be like, hey,
Give him a pep talk.
come over here, we'll talk. I'm sorry about these crazy people. I wish I could say I'm not with them, but I totally am,
Oh
so
my
I'm
God.
sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna
Worst
go
game show.
for heal small injuries. I feel like he probably has a headache from the bright lights, so I'm gonna call on get rid of hangovers for that.
Okay. Same school of magic.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call compassionate a power tag. Because it
Okay.
is.
Compassion.
Yes, it
Yes. Go for it.
So that's a +3. And that's an 11. That's a 14.
Nice. That is enough to reduce his blindness down to just
Safe
about nothing.
levels.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he
Regular
can.
blindness levels.
He keeps rubbing his eyes and he says, "Jesus, I think I got it. Is it? It's dark in here, right?
It is.
It's not.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So sorry, we were just all like shining our flashlights up out of the tunnel, and I guess they're brighter than we thought, especially when, you know, all of them are getting pointed right at your face. Sorry about that.
Guess wrong place, wrong time, huh?
So, we're actually doing a police investigation right now.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this tunnel at all?
No. Did we went into the wall?
So there's a hatch in the floor, and this is where it leads. We've come down this tunnel, and we found a hatch. We opened the hatch, and it came out, I guess, in the St. Thomas Aquinas Church.
I'm going to bring this up with Eagle Security.
So did you know that hatch in the floor was there at all?
Not here, because if I'm right, the hatch is over here, right? Do you guys mind if I just go over here?
Sure.
Okay, so he walks over and he pops it open.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't go through because he's afraid
Sure.
that y'all will jump him. He looks out and he says, "Yeah, that's right. If you look inside here, there's sort of this is like the kids' room. What do you call it when
Nursery.
the nursery when everyone else is doing their church thing and they take the kids off to the
Yeah,
side."
yeah.
Or Sunday
Where they have
school,
the Sunday school classes.
Yeah,
I don't go here. But yeah, this is where they bring the kids off to the side. Now, if there's a hatch that took us down here, then that's probably something that they'd want to know. Because the only one that we know is on the south entrance, the main entrance to the church.
There's another hatch over there?
Yeah, but not everyone knows about that one, but you know the hold on, let me think. What's the name of the place?
St. Thomas Aquinas, Jade Garden Station.
St. Thomas Aquinas Academy across the street. We're connected by name and by organization, but also there's the stupid tunnel. Kids will run down is kind of like how do you call it?
Cellar door.
Evacuation tunnel?
No, it's like a
Like a
prank
bomb shelter?
like a prove that you can do it sort of thing.
Rite of passage.
Yeah, one of those. That one's on the pardon me, I say south, I meant north. That's off to
Those are different.
the west from here. It's over there, and he points the appropriate direction. But yeah, there's that one, and then there's another one. Here, why don't where did you say that you came from?
Oh, just down the tunnel. We've been coming down the tunnel for a while.
Okay, here, hold on. Do you want to follow me up here real quick? I'm going to grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and I'm going to draw you guys a map.
I'm gonna look around at everybody.
Can always blind him again. It's
You
fine.
can always find him again.
Oh my god.
True.
Okay. I'll be like, okay, and start to follow him. What? Oh, well, yeah, sure.
Okay, so if you guys follow him out, he's going to go into the nursery Sunday school room and grab a pencil and some paper, and he's going to draw you guys a couple of maps.
Heaven's map.
And he's going to draw one. I guess I need to send one to Nathan Manhanke, right? And for Allyson. Shit. This should be on email.
Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm Google Driving it to you guys.
You use the big thingies, don't you? These? You use the big
I
ones.
think probably.
I use the little ones, and they're still a little too big for my ears.
Yep.
Neat. Bing.
So it indicates on your maps.
Ooh.
Nice.
I didn't email it to you guys because they're right there.
Neat.
Map Street, Map Street.
So he points to the one that doesn't have the gray on it. That just has all of the names of places. He says, okay, so we're over here. We're at the St. Thomas Aquinas Church, which, like I said, is connected over there to the St. Thomas Aquinas Academy. Now, if you guys came from the courthouse... and
The tunnel connects these two?
Where's the St. Thomas Aquinas?
I never said we came from the courthouse.
He's piecing this together with what you guys said, and because I drew the maps before you guys talked to him.
Is this it?
Yeah, so if you look at the map that doesn't have all the names on it, he's mapped out the
Got
tunnels
stuff on
for
your
you.
map.
If it's got a circle, that means it's a means of accessing the outside world.
Oh,
If it's
so
a
that's the
line,
end.
If it's a line, then that means that that's a path that you could take. He says,
That's
if
the
you guys...
academy.
So that was
Or
the
that's
one we...
This one's the
that
academy.
the train car
Yeah,
was
What's
on.
this one?
Jade Gardens.
He...
Okay.
If you're asking him, he'll tell you, like, they know about...
This one?
They know about the tunnel that leads
What's
to the
under
Papin
your
Street
hand?
Brewery,
Just a second.
and they know about the tunnel that leads to the
Sparkling
St. Thomas
coin
Aquinas
wand.
Academy. But they did not know about
This,
the
this,
one
this.
that leads to
Okay.
the Jade Garden Station Park. Station Coach Park.
No, sorry. This is the
Yeah.
sparkling coin wand.
Then about halfway down through the path to the south, so you got that big long one that makes a south jog, and then it goes to the right over to the Papin Street Brewery. There's one extra access point, which if you had both maps in front of you, it would be really easy to tell. It takes you just out in Jade Gardens Park.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
It says, this is what we were briefed on. The city architecture, I think I got more or less right. But if what you guys are saying is true and you came from the courthouse, that would have taken a path up to the coach yard, like you said, and then back down again. And then there's that other path that goes south, and then there's the one that connects St. Thomas Aquinas Academy and St. Thomas Aquinas Church. So, yeah, that's about all I know.
Damn.
Eat.
Yeah. But the reason that they have us do this is because, like, we're supposed to be watching. One of us patrols over here in the back between the two. That would be me, Evan.
Okay.
And then there's Adam, and he's posted out in front. We watch the church after hours. Like, they mostly close down just because it's kind of a hazard, and then we stand and we watch until it opens again, bright and early around 6. So
Evan's
that's our
with
job.
these two.
Evan patrols the two that are at the north end. He
Yeah,
goes
okay.
back and forth between them.
Adam's at the south side,
Right, Adam's
Okay.
at south side.
which leads to the gardens and the brewery.
Right.
Do we have a time of death for City Hall Boy?
Probably.
Just
Like 4
just before
p.m.?
5. Yeah, somewhere
5
between
p.m.?
4 and 5 o'clock. Only at the front entrance.
Which side's the front?
The front would be the south entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, over where Adam's stationed. He does not. We all have the same E. It stands for eagle. Yeah.
I'm glad they went with the E rather than like an eagle.
No, that would be lame. And then they have cross branding with American Eagle. Should be different.
An eagle head.
Sure, if
Okay.
you guys want to talk to him, just flash your badge. He's nice. He's been working here longer than me.
So our perp could have gone either to the academy or through the other tunnel.
Are you asking? Are you guys talking amongst yourselves, or was that to him? Okay.
They also had to go
Through
through
the
the church
school?
because this tunnel ends here.
Yeah, we're in the. Yeah, so they either went to the school, the academy,
To
or
the school
the other way.
or
To the
through the
gardens.
church.
Or left the church.
Mm-hmm. But the other entrances, yeah. Because they would have had to walk through the church to get to the St. Thomas Aquinas
Mm-hmm.
Academy entrance, or to the Jade Gardens Park tunnel.
And when did Evan start his shift?
Evan, hi. I started my shift. Would have been probably right around 5.
Okay.
I work until like 2. Someone comes in, they take over 2 to 6. I don't know. I don't have their shift.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the guy's name. Like I said, I'm still kind of new here. Daryl? I think it's Daryl. I forget his last name. I could call if you want me to call Eagle. They could talk to you.
That'd be great.
Yeah, Adam's still over there. Since he doesn't have to worry about the 2 tunnels. There's just the 1 tunnel. He mostly just stands out there front. He'd have view of that way. Okay, yeah, then if you guys wanted to talk to Adam about that, that's fine. Obviously, I can't stop. You guys have a badge.
So if time of death was both like 4 to 5, and there was tunnel time. Okay. Just trying to think in terms of like when they would have been here versus when Evan started. And I guess they could have always snuck past him too. So. Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, I mean, if the judge was killed at like 4:45 and then it took like 15 minutes to get down here from the tunnel, then they would have still come out. They would have come out like it depends on travel time and when exactly the judge was killed. Because it may have been on Evan's shift, or it may have been right before his shift, or it may have been like at shift change.
Sure. We can go talk. Yeah, we. Well, they didn't go out through the earlier exit.
And there
because
aren't
that
any
one
later
hasn't been
exits on
opened in
this tunnel,
forever.
right?
Yeah, the only other exit. I mean, there was courthouse, which was an entrance. The other exit was the one that's underneath the rail yards and underneath a rail car, and hadn't been opened in forever. And then this exit.
And then this is the last exit in this tunnel. So
Yes.
he would have had, I mean, either he's still in the tunnel, or he came out this exit.
It's part of the tunnel.
In the tunnel, part of the tunnel.
That's another tunnel. Yes.
Did you get both maps? Sorry.
It's probably a good idea to talk with Adam. I think that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
See, like, when he started and what he's seen. Did you get it? Dang it.
Damn. Okay, so you guys are gonna go talk to Adam?
I guess so,
here.
yeah.
Uh-huh. You're trying to convince him of this fact? No. It's not simple.
Make this man insane.
Okay.
Convince him?
Six.
With the bonus or without the bonus?
That's funny. Okay, so he gives you a thumbs up, and he's like, alright, best of luck with the time-space continuum. Let me know how it goes.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to go talk to Adam?
Sure.
Okay, so you walk out towards the front. Are you doing it like in any kind of stealthy way, or are you trying to make sure he knows you're coming, or...
I guess we could...
In space shoes.
Nice moon boots. We could. I guess we could have. We could have had Evan radio him or something
You can do that if you want.
to let him know we're coming. Or
So
do you,
he can run?
or
I
do you,
don't know.
or do you want to blind this guy too? What?
I don't know if I can pull off, sorry, these flashlights are brighter than we realized twice.
You don't take a penalty because it's a different guard. We shouldn't like walk up and on him in a threatening manner.
Right, yeah, I'm not like... I don't feel like we should sneak up on him, but I also don't think
Okay.
we should, like, radio ahead and be like, hey, Adam, we want to talk to you about if you've seen anybody coming out of these tunnels. I'm a detective.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna like sort of walk there.
Saunter up
Okay.
behind him.
That's a very specific gig.
It is.
So you walk to Adam. He hears you coming, and he turns around, and I guess he's confused that you're there, and he shines his flashlight that he's got on his belt at you. He's maybe like 35 years old, full head of hair. It's unfair. And hey, what are you guys doing here? How did you get in here? Evan, okay. Why? Sure.
Corinne's just kind of standing near the back of the group looking amused.
No. Not that I wasn't supposed to. Are you guys police? Okay. Yeah, I didn't see anybody. Is something going on? That's fair. I understand. Mostly just clergy. When they close up shop, as it were. No, not any more than any other priest.
When do they close up shop?
They stopped doing services around so they stopped doing service. The last service is at 4.
Okay.
There's a couple of tours that wrap up around 5, and that's when everyone would go home, except for us, you know. I'm not saying that there's like a bum problem, but to be perfectly honest with you, it's those idiot kids from St. Thomas Aquinas and come in here, and that's the last thing that this place needs is a lawsuit, because people just come in here, take 2 steps down the tunnel and trip and fall.
Gotcha.
Sorry, did you say tours?
Yeah, they do tours of the church. It's kind of a famous church down here. It's pretty.
Every day,
I've
and
been
they
told.
wrap up about 5?
Yeah, give or take. Yes. Sure. He goes, he says, would you guys mind keeping an eye, since you're police and all, would you mind keeping an eye over here? I don't want to lose my job.
That's fair.
Okay, so he goes...
Nice.
Woo! Get it, Patrick.
It's a good day.
You had a big day. He goes over, you can see him, he steps into an office that has clear windows, and he grabs some sheets and then brings them back. He says, yeah, these are all the people that signed up. You have to sign up whenever you go on the tour. Everyone here was accounted for the whole time. It doesn't look like we had any stragglers.
Uh-huh. Right, so they probably wouldn't have signed in. Unless they signed in, ran away, murdered him, and then snuck out with their tour.
I'm sure we could call somebody. You want me to make a couple of calls and get them on the line for you?
The Irish.
He laughs and he says, I mean, a lot of Irish people come to church, but like, you know, it's just Catholic.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any gang activity really. I think it's kind of unfair to assume that all of our Irish congregants are gang members. But, you know.
It's certainly generalizing.
Yeah.
And it's also generalizing to assume that none of them are.
I guess that's fair. You got me there.
She's the detective.
Bump, bump. So, unless we think, like, they would sign in a particular manner, I don't know that the log will give us much.
Is there a Tom on that list?
He looks through. No, weirdly enough, no Toms. Common name. It's kind of odd.
Sure.
What'd you
Do we
say,
call
Allyson?
you Detective Brody now?
What?
Do we have to
You would
call
be
you
Detective.
Brody now? Sweet.
What's up, Allyson? You said a thing? Sure. That one's easier for him. So he goes over and he's got like there's a thing in the office. He motions you in. He's like right here. It's got everybody who would have gone out through the tour would have. I would have either seen them or they would have gone and been seen on this camera or both. So at the very least, if they were in the tour leaving or going in, you'd have seen them on this camera. And so he dials through and he's rewinding it and he plays through to the last couple of tour groups and cycles and cycles, and then he goes through them exiting and cycles and cycles. You don't see anyone wearing any plaid, and everyone seems pretty reasonable sized.
All the people that went in came out.
All the people that went in came out.
And no more came out.
And no more came out than went in.
Okay.
Additionally, no one fits the description of the echoes of the person you saw.
So they probably
It's reasonably
went through
safe to
a
assume
tunnel.
that they did not go through a tour. Even though that would have been cool. And
Yes.
I should have considered it.
Which tunnel do we want to try? There's two.
If I can make a suggestion.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I've been over here next to this tunnel, so if someone had gone through it, I think I would have seen them.
Okay. And you started around 5?
No, I started a little bit earlier than
Nice.
Evan's shift, right around 3.
Next
wow.
to which tunnel?
He's posted out here on the south
Near the
entrance.
front,
with
so
that
he's
tunnel.
by the
Yeah.
Jade Gardens Park tunnel.
Yep.
We better go to St.
Let's go to the
Thomas then.
school. Take me away from church.
Or probably the tunnel that leads to the school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We don't want to just like walk across the street to the school.
Oh, no.
No.
Certainly not. That would...
Okay.
Oh, and there's a tunnel.
So you guys go through yet another tunnel. No locks this time.
Woo!
You go down towards the... there's another door. This is another one of those decline-incline situations where there's no ladder involved. I have the hiccups, which is why I keep pausing dramatically.
No.
So when you get there, there's another hatch, which your intuition would tell you is similar to the other two hatches, probably the same design. Not that I'm stealing your last clue. I'm giving you this one for free.
Thanks, man.
Hatch. Ah.
I'm not going to make you go
Last
through it unless
hatches.
you guys do.
Can we
Let's do it.
find out when this hatch was open?
I
Sure.
could try that.
You want to feel it out? You want to investigate that door? That hatch?
I have to get it slightly closer to the things.
Okay.
Okay.
In the interest of balance, you have been using your ability over and over again.
Should I take out the thing?
No,
Okay.
we're not.
But take a
I guess if
penalty?
you want to mark attention to it, feel free on this one. But it, you know how you said it sort of shadows or echoes of what was. It's the echoes are jumbling themselves up.
Okay.
It's getting a little bit harder to discern what is what and when.
Be less useful.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It's worth a shot. I'm gonna keep clattering this next to the thing. Alright, psychometry, flashes of what was there before, eye for detail. 7.
7. Okay. It has been opened.
Nice.
Yes.
Just
Recently,
like
ever. Definitely one of the two. Probably recently. Probably.
Probably recently.
Probably. You can't tell exactly how recently, but probably recently.
Opened recently. Any clues as to who went through here?
A person.
Okay. They probably went through this way.
Not a minotaur.
Not a minotaur. How are you guys? Are you going through the door? Flashbang? Okay, you're prepping the same flashbang.
Is this an academy?
This is at the St. Thomas Aquinas Academy.
So,
Why are we
is it a
flashbanging?
boarding school?
Yeah.
Not a boarding school.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
there
it won't be
should
just
not be students around.
No students.
There
Okay,
shouldn't
sure.
Maybe
flashbang.
janitorial
There
staff.
shouldn't be unless they're trying to prove their worth or whatever.
Yeah.
In which case, that's fine. Flashbang them anyway.
Yeah,
They shouldn't be around after hours.
that's fair.
Please don't flashbang any more people.
You could yell. You could deafen them.
Okay.
I didn't hear that. Say again, Allyson. They're barely people.
They're small people.
So
It's also like a foot behind the microphone now instead of directly in front of the microphone.
I used my steady hands tag.
Oh, okay.
for your sneaking around.
Sneaky chips.
I roll in real life.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So you guys are making the same play as before?
We're not?
No? Okay.
Let's just open the hatch quietly. We could roll to sneak around.
I thought it worked out nicely. We can, or we don't have to. We could try the sneaking route,
Unless they're permanently blinded, I can probably heal them.
right?
Oh my god.
Just don't roll bad enough to flashbang us.
Or flashbang him to death.
That would be good.
Absolutely.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it feels like the same thing to me, and you haven't worked your power yet, so yeah, go for it. No.
Oh, wow.
Cece is subtweeting about this. In a
Good.
melancholy
You
way.
do. They're all lined up the same way. Good for you guys.
10, and this is, you're giving it
Critical
all you got?
success.
Hitting it with all you got? Okay. So, Otto is flinging the door open still? Same setup
Loudly.
as before?
Loudly.
Okay. So Otto
the key.
loudly flings the door open with a bang. At the same time,
Auto yells bang.
this time you hear 2 or 3 sets
Oh,
of
shit.
footsteps.
Oh
It's a
god.
centipede.
Well, maybe we were smart to flashbang.
And
same
at the same
torture.
time, we
Same
get
time.
the
2
flashbang
or 3 sets of-
flies out. Are you gonna
man
do
on a
this?
horse.
Okay. So you've gained the upper hand.
Okay.
This is specifically what's
Otto?
her face? No,
Oh.
Patrick.
Okay.
Patrick has gained the upper hand. You got a 10, right? How many
Yeah.
tags did you use?
4.
Okay, so we got 2 things here. I'm going to list off a series of things that you can pick. And I want you to pick 2 of them. Good positioning,
Nice.
status plus 1 tier,
Nice.
which is how you blinded the Port Evan earlier. Controlling collateral damage,
Okay.
which is to say if you don't pick that one, there will be. And taking target's attention, where they will want to target and focus you.
Oh, snap.
It's worth mentioning that I wanna make sure that everybody knows now that Corinne did have her gun out again, just like last time
Just
with the
like last
flashbang.
time.
That makes sense. Same
I
setup.
just wanted to clarify. Don't want to be accused of Deus Ex Machina.
So when you shoot someone, it won't be a surprise.
Right.
Okay, so you want good positioning and you want to control the collateral damage. Okay. So, in controlling the collateral damage, you prevent your allies from being blinded, which is very fortunate. Otherwise, they would have had to make face danger rolls. That said, since you've got good positioning, you've got this opportunity right here. It's almost as if time slows down and freezes. You see what appear to be 3 figures.
Okay.
2 guys with guns. They're wearing like
the shopping cop or no?
Black hoodies and jeans, like nondescript and sort of hard to see clothes. And third guy, guy is a strong word. He's much bigger than the other 2. He's probably like pushing 7 feet. Wearing plaid. The plaid fits.
Oh no! He's too
Paul
big.
Bunyan.
And he's got hair on his face, hair on his arms, more than what would be normal. Like, he's got a beard,
Like
but
Paul Bunyan?
beards only stop, like, so far in, right? This goes closer and closer towards his eyes.
Oh, shit.
He's a giant werewolf. He's Paul Bunyan.
This is your
He's
call.
the Blue Ox.
You see all of this play out in slow motion in front of you. They are stunned momentarily by this.
Neat.
What would to you seem to be good positioning? Because this is your opportunity to shout out, go in, go out, go back, go forwards, or do whatever you want. Define what good positioning is.
She does do better on defense, right? Or no?
Yeah, as
Don't
part
you
of
have a
her
thing that's
hand-to-hand,
like-
yeah.
Make the target time to use sort of thing?
Yeah. Make them attack me. So I'm okay being like at the front of the pack, but I'm probably not going to go like on the offensive. But if they come toward me, that's better for me. But I don't want them to come for you guys.
Okay.
With her gun. Okay, so it's CC, Avery...
Okay,
Sorry.
so you guys are splitting between the 2 dudes and the tall dude?
CC, Avery, Owen on Mook duty, and then Patrick,
Is Owen on one guy?
Corinne, and Otto on Paul Bunyan.
So Owen's facing a guy by himself?
I think I'm with CC and Avery on the Mooks, right?
Oh, we're all just going at the mooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or did I misunderstand?
No.
CC Avery Owen on the 2 smaller guys,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Corinne and Patrick and Otto on the big guy.
Okay.
Okay, so
Got
we'll
it.
go first with your team big guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Bunyan.
Let's go team Mook first. Who were the 3 involved there?
CC, Avery, Owen.
Avery and CC, Owen, and Avery?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so CC, this is your initiative. What are you going to do?
Is there water anywhere in there?
There is a water fountain. It's a school.
Okay, I'll probably well up water around my hands and go to hit him with all I've got.
Okay.
Hand.
You're
Hit Mook with all I've got.
hit one of the 2 mooks.
Yeah.
Hand.
Power attacks are going to be water bending, for lack of a better term. That's it.
Okay, so you got a +1 on your roll. Okay, it's a 7. +1 is 8.
Neat.
So you can pick, I think it's 1 from this list. Hit with all you got. Pick 1 from the table. The ones that I would say are useful to you are gaining the upper hand or status +1 tier. So status would be equal to power, which would be 1, +1 tier would be 2. So whatever it is that
So
you're
I'll
trying to hit
basically
him
give
with.
him a status of knocked if I...
Mhm.
Okay.
Or
and that'll help somebody else like do damage to him.
yeah.
So I won't actually do damage to him.
You would be doing damage. Damage is funny in this game because you don't apply like damage markers. There's no hit counters. There's no HP. A tag of 2, pardon me, on the key, would be considered a minor. So like an injury, not a major, where it would like necessarily remove him from play. So you could do significant damage to one of the people. The other one that I was recommending, because both of these are valid, where you
gain the upper hand.
Yeah, gain the upper hand. Plays out a little bit differently. You're not directly damaging them, but you're creating an advantageous situation for everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's your pick.
And is the status that I give him of 2 knocked, is that a status that can be like made worse by someone else,
Sure.
basically?
Yeah.
Okay, so it does kind of add on that way. It's not like they've got a status of something else. Okay, I'm gonna gain the upper hand.
Okay. What is gaining the upper hand to you? What are you doing with the water to gain the upper hand?
Okay,
They do have guns.
Valid.
Rust their gun.
probably gonna be something,
Water shield.
gonna be wanting to,
Water whip.
take the gun.
Okay, so you're gonna like
Or lasso.
water bend it to lasso the gun away from him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you water grab one of the guns from one of the mooks and whip it over to yourself, and now
Okay.
you have gained the upper hand, and your juice is turned into the gun.
Sweet.
So you've got a gun in your hands now.
Cool.
Hand. It's a hand gun. She can hold it with as many hands as she wants, Susie.
She only has one
I
hand.
could
That's
water.
true. She only does have one hand.
I could
I
water
forgot.
bend an arm.
You could. Who else was that's Owen?
Avery and me. Yep.
Avery? Okay, Owen, you go ahead and I'll have Avery up.
What does the room that we're in look like?
You have entered a hallway.
Okay.
If you have actually physically gone in, you'll see that you entered through a panel that was on what appeared to be just the wall connecting to the ground. Excuse me. So hallway, there's a water fountain right here that Cece has grabbed water out of.
Okay.
There's
Banter
a
with
long
our
sprint
mooks.
left and right either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with anything helpful to do besides hide something.
Punch him.
You can just punch them.
Yeah. Punch him. Punchies.
The guy doesn't have a gun.
One
That's
guy
true.
doesn't have a gun.
Yeah.
That's true.
The other guy does, though, and that's a little bit of an issue.
Because if he shoots you, CC can shoot him back.
That's right. Corinne can heal me. I'll be fine. I'm gonna live forever.
I mean,
Do you want to
He
live
doesn't
forever?
have any
if you
major
get
organs.
shot with a gun, I probably, like, if you get actually shot, if you get grazed, that's fine, I can help you out. But if you get, like, if your torso gets a bullet through it,
Dunzo.
I could probably keep you
Dunzo.
from dying, but, like,
Not
maybe
forever.
not. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I can, like, heal your skin so that all your bleeding is internal.
Thanks.
Oh.
He's just dead on the inside. And then the paramedics would just struggle to find the wound.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Oh, so sad.
It's my deductive skills. To figure out which one doesn't have a gun.
You could, within reason, like if you've got a plan, is the right way to say that. You could attempt to change the game and give a more advantageous situation to the other heavier hitters than you.
That's true. I'm struggling with how to do that in the hallway.
There's a janitor's closet. There's windows.
How close is the janitor's closet? Is
Maybe
it
like
between me
15
and them?
feet. No, it's past the mooks, yeah.
Past
Yeah.
the mooks?
Past the mooks. But you've still got that surprise round
Alright.
from the flashbang.
I'm going to make a run for the janitor's closet and try and tackle Gunless Mook on the way over. Just like shove him out. Give him a hard shove.
Do me a favor and take the risk.
Shoulder
Okay.
check in.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna get shot and dead. Now I'm gonna be...
No.
Tina
Can I
and win
give
for
him
the
my
rest
gun?
of the game.
No.
Alright, I've got an eye for detail.
You've got steady hands if you're trying to tackle him.
Alright. That's certainly a thing. I know a library owner.
That's true.
I'm gonna get a +1. Not for the library owner. It's a 5.
Oh, no.
5 total?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Owen's
So
gonna
you
die.
run and you attempt
Mook.
to
Gunless mook.
It's the gunless
I
move.
called gunless
You
mook.
did. Okay, so you
In
run
surprise rounds.
you run into the gunless move
Uh-huh. And then I die.
and he out of reflex, not out of plan, not out of not strictly speaking a reaction, but like a muscle reflex here.
Uh-huh.
Feels you start to fly into him and then flips you over behind him,
Landing in the janitor's closet.
landing into the door of the janitor's
Perfect.
closet.
That's what I always
Status
wanted.
of
But
janitor's
it's-
closet.
But it's not your initiative.
It's not going to be open.
And then
gonna be locked.
the third player over here was
Avery.
Avery.
With a gun.
Avery with the gun.
Oh my god, Avery has a gun. Oh, thank the Lord.
But we don't know Avery has a gun.
Avery
Well, we're
doesn't.
about to.
Shout, Avery. They're all men.
Oh my god.
Avery runs.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh. Mmm.
This particular man, yes.
Yes.
He's a mook, so probably.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a +3 on your roll.
Ooh.
And you're
Or-
hitting him with all you've got?
Or
Or convincing? Okay. That is also acceptable. Okay.
Woo!
So on a change the game, juice equals power. So that's 3. You can create a story tag, burn a power tag, or give or reduce a status.
don't burn your gun.
You can give him a status of charmed, which would be up to like 3. Should be pretty major.
I feel like if he has a status of 3 charmed, he's probably gonna believe the things Avery says.
Mostly.
Would that be right?
You're gonna do that one? Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
What does the camera see, or does it see anything when that happens? Okay. Okay. So
Those guys!
it's as though a switch has been flipped in his
So
mind.
many F-bombs this game.
He's added it up.
This episode.
The tall boy, his friend Mook 1. It's entirely possible that they have in fact been working against him.
Damn. Tall boy
He's
and
not
one.
quite sure whether or not that means that you guys are necessarily trying to help him, but he knows for sure that he can't trust his friends anymore. So then we'll go to Team Tallboy.
Woo!
Corinne, you're the first name mentioned.
Oh, geez.
What is your play?
Oh, what is my play? That's a very good question. I don't know. The other 2 mooks are, like, effectively disabled currently. I don't want to just shoot this guy,
The tall boy?
the tall boy.
You do have a gun.
Right? I have a gun and he's giant, but,
Tall
like,
one and Sasquatch.
I guess I'm gonna like
Get rid of him.
yell at him like, what are you doing here?
in the hopes
Yay,
of doing
banter!
I don't know.
Banter!
Like,
Never banter.
what? No, this is a question. I'm just trying to figure out where the scene is going.
so my idea here is to ideally gain some information from him, like hopefully he's dumb and will just
Before you
like
shoot
answer
him.
my questions, or like make him mad enough to come at me so that I can then use
Okay.
my like defensive Krav Maga better.
Okay.
So like if he answers my question, great. Or if not, then I'll probably like taunt him
Okay.
or something.
Come out.
So go ahead and make a...
Yo.
Roll for something.
Take a risk,
Yeah.
face danger.
Face danger isn't quite right.
Perform a feat of daring.
Are you trying to change the game? Are you trying to alter him so that he...
Could be convinced. Could be a
Convince
threat.
is a thing, yeah. If you're
Yeah,
trying to make a threat
talk,
out of him.
threaten, or seduce someone into doing something convinced. So I guess I want to convince him to like either
Answer.
give me information or then come at me, bro. I
Okay.
guess.
Go ahead and make your convince
So-
roll then.
Okay. I'm gonna use my
great
make them
reflexes.
attack me tag, my
Yeah.
great reflexes tag, and my Krav Maga tag.
Okay.
While yelling.
3 tags. That's
6 is a
plus
9.
3. Woot.
Okay. Cool. So that's a 7 to 9, so they would give in and protect their agenda on their initiative. Otto, what are you up to?
So I don't
Give
actually
them and
learn.
protect their initiative?
I don't get to have dialogue with the guy.
Not
It's
yet.
Allison's his turn.
Oh, okay.
He can't talk to you now. He's waiting for Otto.
Okay.
Yeah, what she said.
You can fly up and pile drive him.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
It's so great.
All of this is happening more or less at the same time. You would have heard what Corinne said.
Launch at him. Like Superman.
I never stopped to consider how tall ceilings are, Nathan.
Is it 1 Paul Bunyan or 2 Paul Bunyans?
It's about 2 Paul Bunyans tall. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, knock him over.
Maybe sneak around.
Timber.
Perform a feat of daring. Take a risk.
Are you trying to swoop in on him?
Are you struggling for control?
Okay.
I'm doing it for the team.
Okay.
Making sure that I'm not one of...
Someone will get crushed.
It'll be me.
Alright.
Fly over his head and kick him.
Go for it.
Oh, he does have deadly swoop. Oh, that's so good.
Woo!
Alright,
That's an
Nathan.
11.
You get to pick 2 from the table. The, wait, hold on. Did I read? Can I read? Hit it with all you got. Pick 2 from the table, yeah. Your table will be good positioning, which would be your flying above and behind.
Sure.
And then you can also have status +1 tier. There's no real collateral damage to work about. You could take the target's attention away from Corinne if you'd rather, or you can gain the upper hand, which you're kind of getting from good positioning. Yeah. But you get to pick 2. So you got your good position and... Alright. So you kicked him square in the head. And it hurt. Yeah. And then... yeah, Patrick, are you team tall boy or no?
Patrick is.
Okay. You go ahead. You still got the last of the surprise round.
What do you pick? Sorry.
Yes.
What auto pick? Okay.
Success. Squatch. Neat. Thanks, Patrick.
Illusion gun.
Okay, so are you trying to convince him that you've got a gun? Or are you trying to convince him to stand down? Or is this like... What's the angle?
Changing the gun.
Changing the gun.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
true.
Then take the risk.
Proud of you, Patrick.
If you don't die.
No, I'm still proud of
I'm
him.
proud
Like,
either
extra
way.
proud if he does die.
I'm not going to give you any more pride if you
Don't
die.
romanticize
10
martyrdom.
plus 1 takes you to 11.
Woo!
On take the risk is a success. Despite all odds, you have held your ground. You have drawn your gun. He has seen that the gun has been drawn on him, and he has been kicked squarely in the head.
Nice.
We'll say again.
Right.
But he thinks they're
What
both
did you
real.
shout, Adam?
What are you doing here?
Yep. That's what I've got written.
Okay, so in that
I could
instant,
change that.
with Otto flying overhead, and the two guns question mark drawn on him, he just kind of like falls to his knees and holds his head. He looks like he's about to be in tears. We'll deal with the other one.
See,
The confused
Hartman
mook.
attacking people all the time.
They have
Don't even
guns, Susan,
know.
in a school.
I have a gun.
In a school.
There's no kids in the school.
To shoot?
Mook 2 can't figure out... There's no kids that you can see. Mook 2 is confused. He's pointing his gun at you guys, but then at the tall boy who's on his knees, and then at Mook 1, who's fine, I guess, except for having been blinded temporarily. He isn't sure about who to take the shot on.
Oh, and he doesn't have his gun?
And he looks to Avery for guidance.
Huh? Do it.
Okay. So he shoots at the tall boy and catches him in the shoulder. The tall boy looks hurt,
Sure.
but
Like,
I guess angry.
Emotionally hurt or...
Yeah, he's
Yeah, it's
about to
like
cry. Why
surprise.
is he about to cry?
It's more about the surprise of everything than it was about
Okay.
the actual being shot. He could probably take a few shots.
Okay.
Paul Bunyan.
Poor
Does
Paul
he
Bunyan.
answer her?
His answer to her was to fall to his knees and hold his head.
Oh.
So
The
no.
other Mook is
One.
Mook 1 is turning back to you at the janitor's closet. That would be you over there. And he's gonna run at you and attempt to, I don't know, grapple you.
Okay. Does he
Go
have
ahead.
a gun?
He doesn't have a gun. Yeah.
Well, that's
CJ
right. You
has
don't
his
roll
gun.
things.
No. So
What
you're gonna
about-
make a face danger.
All right. With steady hands.
You're going hand to hand. I'll go ahead and I'll
gun?
count that.
What's
It's
that
2.
on? Nice. It's a 4.
Yeah.
A 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so he grabs you and he
Sure.
picks you up and slams
Throws
you.
me the other way.
No, he slams you against the janitor door. You feel your head knock against it. But
That's a
it
concussion.
more just hurts. I don't know that you were even necessarily concussed.
Okay.
Yeah, he would if he had his druthers, he'd have shot you.
Sure.
But he
didn't have his druthers, which is what he calls his gun.
Yes. Who else was team? So Avery acted. Your team Mook? Okay, so you go ahead. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
Owen
go for
again.
the mook that's grappling with Owen.
Okay.
Don't shoot him.
My purpose here, I won't shoot him, don't worry. My purpose here
You
is
could-
gonna be to...
And strangle him with water.
Could strangle him with water.
Shit.
You could use a water plate. You could
Hi.
freeze the ice in his veins.
Ooh!
What was that one,
Ooh.
Allyson? Yes. With the bubble? Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm gonna go for. My like thing that I want to do here is distract him and get him away from Owen. So not necessarily damage him, but I want him away from Owen. I want him to drop Owen, basically.
Okay.
So I'm gonna water bend some water around his face.
Why don't you go ahead and change the game?
Okay.
Since you're altering the condition of the
Sure.
fight.
Lightly
I'll
drown.
use water bending. Just some light drowning.
Right.
Lightly drowned.
Nice.
Hey.
Nailed it. Okay.
Perfectly light.
Well,
It's 11.
So you
Well
he's
drowned.
gonna get drowned alive.
Yeah. So you grab him, and
He's gonna get drowned
unfortunately for him,
exactly as much as you wanted him
he was grabbing him, grappling him, and right as you wrap the water around him, and he inhaled, and he chokes and falls backwards. Like he just caught it in his nose. I don't know that he's gonna drown, and he falls down. Like feel free if you want to continue to drown him, but he's down.
I'm probably gonna be too freaked out to drown a guy.
Okay.
That's fair.
to, right?
I know, and that does not. I would
Force
not be
choke
able
him
to
to
do
death.
that.
Push the water into his
Into
lungs.
his, oh
Up
god.
his nose.
So he's
No,
falling
yeah.
down.
That's terrifying.
If you're not gonna force choke him to death, he's
Cece can't
coughing and gagging.
handle all that. She drops the water when he's off Owen.
He's stunned, disoriented on the ground. He's not unconscious, but he's not going to be doing much of anything anytime soon.
Cool. So
So yeah, that just leaves the tall boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's
on
been
his
shot.
Knees,
He's
holding
on
his
his
head.
knees.
He's been shot.
He's leaking maple syrup.
And he says, "Look, I thought it'd be over from here. I didn't want any of this. I just want to go home."
Oh.
Paul wants to go home. Drown him.
No.
I'm not gonna shout.
What
that.
did you
I'm
think would be
concussed.
over?
After with the judge, and they told me to go through the tunnels, and I just don't want to be here anymore. After the judge, I was done.
That's what I was gonna ask.
The guys with the guns and the Irish people.
Oh, God.
Not all the Irish people, just the ones that talk to me. I'm not a racist. His hair is red. His how do you say wolfy hair is red. He's Irish.
Paul Bunyan's Irish.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew it.
They made you kill the judge?
The mooks.
They didn't make me. They gave me an opportunity to make things right.
Make things right?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Who?
To make things right? Oh, for
Right
me.
for who?
For my... Hold on. I put my motivation in a notebook app.
Nice.
My daughter, I had to do right by her because he wouldn't. Look, I don't care. If you guys have to take me to...
Mooks aren't supposed to have families.
Wait, what did you say about the don't be vague? So he looks at you and he makes eye contact, and he's not mad. If anything, he's just sort of tired. And it's like, it's not that I'm being vague to dodge. It's just hard to talk about. I didn't want to talk about it. I just kind of wanted to go away after this. I had to wait. The rail cars don't clear until 3 tomorrow. But it was my daughter. She got hit. Well, my daughter and my wife got hit at the same time, but my daughter's the one who didn't make it. And then that guy, I'm not even mad at the kid. The kid, he was drunk. He's a child. He didn't know any better. But it was the judge that let him off.
Ooh.
He does community service and then he just walks away. That's not fair. That's not justice. Like, you wouldn't do the same thing in my shoes? Look, I just want to leave. It's the judge's place to say what justice is, because I feel like I disagree. I don't feel like you can understand my pain. I don't think any of you can understand my pain. To have your child just ripped from you like that? He shrugs. I mean, I guess not. And I guess I should go to jail for that, huh?
So I'm gonna just like walk up behind the guy and go for handcuffs.
He's holding his arms out. He's fine with this.
Are we gonna question the other mooks?
Probably, yeah.
The one mook has been charmed, just confused, and he's just looking around.
What about the gasping mook?
Okay.
You said they gave you an opportunity? Who are they?
The Irish Mafia. The Dana's gang.
They set you up with the tunnels and all this?
They knew about the tunnels, yeah. They're the ones who told me to use them. No? Should it? Even less.
Tom like done called for backup.
Okay. So who are you calling for backup?
Oh, Tom Dunn called for backup.
No, I did. No, I've done called for backup.
Oh, okay.
Who am I calling for backup?
Cops.
Davies.
Farnsworth.
Davies?
Yeah.
John Rhys Davies.
Yeah, probably. Probably Captain Davies, yeah.
Okay. So you called Dwayne Davies.
Dwayne Davies. Not Dwayne.
So did you guys figure it out?
I have so many questions.
We figured out who killed the judge.
Yeah?
And I've got him in cuffs here. Spoiler alert, it's not the judge.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need an SUV rather than a cruiser, I think. But he was not alone. We've got a couple of mooks here who probably were not in charge of anything, but they're here and they're incapacitated.
At the same time as you say that they're still incapacitated. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. The one who had been temporarily drowned is still catching his breath. He looks up at Otto, recognizes him, and then just like lays down and goes flat.
He's like, shopping mall.
I don't want to be here for this. Continue with your conversation, Davies.
Recognizes Otto?
Otto
shopping
from
mall
Target.
mooks.
Yeah.
Shopping mall mooks.
This is the guy you
Or
taste.
hit.
Oh my god!
Door checks.
Yes!
Wait, what was the singing about?
Sweet.
Singing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the judge said he heard
I
music.
didn't hear any singing. I didn't hear any singing.
Weird.
Paul Bunyan didn't hear any singing?
Right.
That's who was talking.
So...
Where the fuck was the singing?
Okay, so I guess I just need somebody to come and pick these guys up, and if you have any questions for them...
Alright. Yeah, we'll send a car out.
Yeah.
They'll be there in 10-15.
Did he say it was specifically
SUV.
singing or just music?
Singing. He tried his best to mime it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. About that same time, the guy who, the mook who wasn't unconscious, Mook 2, his phone starts ringing. It's got a really plain sort of ringer on it. And he looks to Avery and he says, "Can I get it?" Yeah.
That's his call.
Okay. So he gets out. He's got a flip phone. And he answers it and he says, "Hello. Everything's fine. First of all."
Nailed it.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. And he says, "Hold on. Let me think." He says, "Is one of you guys Otto?"
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's Tom.
Okay. So he hands the phone over to you, and it's a familiar voice on the other line.
Oh no!
Hey friend, how's it going?
I'm not your buddy guy.
Hey, glad we've got over that whole first name anxiety thing there. So things I'm thinking are probably wrapped up over there with Anthony and all. Tall guy, hairy fella, can't miss him.
Tony.
I didn't do anything to him. That's actually a second plan from others in the organization here. They're trying some alternative practices, maybe is the right way to say it, to ensure deaths. And of course, there's no way of me convincing you, but I've got nothing to do with it. I had
That's why I'm calling. Nothing to do with it.
had a bit of a favor actually to ask you.
Oh my god.
And of course I'm not. Of course I'm not in that position. The fella there, what killed a judge and all, he's kind of had a bad go of it, wouldn't you say? Yeah, sad fella.
Fad seller.
I was hoping maybe you could, rather than call in the police, release him to me, and maybe we could see about rehabilitating him instead of sending him off to the big house. Paddy wagons and all. Totally understandable, friend. And
Honest.
again, not me. Just thought I'd clear the air there.
Allegedly.
Oh, Tom's my favorite.
It's all one big happy family. Yeah, that's me. I got different plans and directions for the mob to go to than what the old guard here has.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if and you feel that way, that's totally understandable, and by all means, you know, take them, do it by the book. But, yeah. I guess I just thought maybe you'd give him a second chance, but that's fine.
Aww.
He
No?
called us mooks.
He called his mooks and asked for Otto.
Yeah, he called us mooks to check up on the operation. They said it was
Those
all
are his
good.
mooks. Oh my god.
You hang up and the line goes dead. He doesn't call back hurt. He thinks about it, but he doesn't. That's fair.
So, I guess Corinne's gonna ask Otto who that was on the phone, even though like we know it was Tom, but just gonna be like, so what did Tom want? That sounds like Tom. Anthony?
The tiger.
Wolver. So yeah, about a little bit after the phone call, maybe 5-10 minutes of waiting, and of course Anthony gives you no fight. He just sits there in his handcuffs. I guess he's kneeling. He's huge, by the way, his arms. But anyway, it really would have hurt if he had managed to get an initiative where he hadn't been shot and had a bunch of guns drawn on him. I was praying that Otto was going to fail his roll so that he could grab you by the leg and fling you, but that never happened. So the SUV shows up. They load him in with no real problem. Davies isn't in the car. He's probably still at the office. I guess Allyson then would have packed up, so this is just like a containment team. Probably on the level, as it were. Differently abled, empowered individuals. But anyway, they would take him off and drive him off into the, I'd say sunset, but it's like 9 o'clock now. So yeah. So endeth the sound and the Faerie. GG's. We're...
figured out what the sound was.
I have so many questions.
I have a million questions.
I'll see if I can get...
and friggin' ask him a bunch.
I'll see if I can do a bit more recitation of fact and like talking for the next session. But speaking of the next session, we're going for a week from today, right? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So in 2 weeks, we'll do a session. That said, I'm still trying to do... This was a character focused for Owen, which is why I saw so much screen time. We're going to flip around to somebody else. So my goal is to work with whoever it is on the next session. I've got a couple of ideas for Nathan and Otto, and I had talked a little bit with Joe and Avery about a plan. So do either of you guys want to for sure be the person, or do you want... I can work with whoever. Okay, cool. Cool. Then yeah, I'll work with you, and we'll see what we can't do for the next session in 2 weeks.
Woo!
But until then, GG's, good work, guys.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So I'm gonna kill the feed.
Oh, we were...
Bye, Internet.
Oh yeah, pardon me. Oh, we gotta geek out real
kidding.
quick.
Not yet, Internet.
That's my favorite
Not
part.
yet. Don't go. Don't touch that dial. So yeah? Question mark?
Yeah!
I have so many questions.
Where's
What
my
are they?
die?
Like, what was... Yeah, where's Jeff's die? What
Most
was
pressing.
the singing?
Uh-huh.
Why? I mean, like, I get why Anthony wanted to kill the judge, although,
yeah.
like... I mean, like, I understand not feeling like your family member was brought to justice, really, but, like, you know, he couldn't have been a fine, upstanding gentleman to want to take the law into his own hands like that. But,
True.
like, why did the Irish Mafia enable him into killing the judge? And I still have so many questions from, like, all of the previous
Oh, man.
things.
I have
Hey,
a
that's
theory.
that puzzle piece we were missing!
I have a theory.
Okay, what's your theory?
I think Celestine is dirty. And I think the singing was her, and I think she convinced Anthony to do it, and I think he didn't really want to do it, and that's why he's so upset.
I think it was
That's
the
my
ghost of his
conspiracy theory.
daughter.
I think Celestine's dirty.
Put this in my ear.
Yeah, I think she's totally been working with, like, the maybe one gang or both. Maybe both the Yakuza and the
That
thing.
is interesting that
And
you would
just
say
totally
that.
knows and everything.
Do what? Yeah, it's interesting. I have not seen it. I want to.
Sorry.
It's interesting that you would make the point of her working for both teams because the club was a Yakuza operation,
Mm-hmm.
and this was an Irish affair.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
there's
I think
that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Gameplay wise.
You said it was realistic? Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Lost it. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Sure.
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah, the wrong thing to do, but understandable, if not justifiable reasons.
So I kind of was catching only parts from that.
Mm.
His daughter,
Mm-hmm.
died,
Mm-hmm.
and his wife didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He said they got hit. Was
And
it was by a drunk driver?
Drunk driver.
That was a kid.
Yep.
Underage drunk driver.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a hit
Oh,
too.
no.
By a
No,
car.
I got hit by a
But
car.
then I was like, So he said he doesn't really blame the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
So why is he so pissed at the judge for not letting him?
Because the judge let the kid off with community service.
He said he didn't really blame the kid.
He's still...
Oh,
Brock
dear
Stevens, say his
God.
name.
So,
Sorry.
so he...
Yeah.
He blames the judge for not making him.
Holding him responsible.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah, there's probably some
Right.
blame there.
Shit, parallel rhythms.
Maddie's doing homework.
Hmm.
What if I make this da-da-da instead of da-da?
Then anything you want to see more of, less of in the future?
Oh, I did really appreciate the, balancing that you did with Jeff's thing. Because I feel like it worked really well into the story, too. That it didn't, completely shut off his power. And he didn't have to mark that it was cracked. But it was just like, oh, cool, okay. It looks like this now.
Right.
And
That
he was
neat.
able to take that and make decisions for himself rather than, it being forced, which I find I like a lot in this game.
I'm trying not to force anyone's hand necessarily. I was trying to get you guys to the house so that you could get his lockpicking tools, but we'll get back on that later, some other episode.
I want to see more of Tom.
Me too. Tom is the best. That's okay. You don't have to like Tom as much.
Actually, the amount that Nathan doesn't like Tom makes it even better.
It's
Say again, Nathan.
That's great. You guys are buddies.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's only 3 beats. Fuck.
Yeah. All right. Well then, if there's
lots
no
of F-bombs tonight.
if there are no other things, the meeting is adjourned. Excellent playing. GG's. I'll
Good
see you
work,
guys
team.
in 2 weeks' time.
Woo! See you next time when it's convenient.
Bye,
Ba-dum,
Internet.
bum.